Okay, guys, who is making notes today?
Brian, you were. Are you done?
I finished. Last week was my last one.
Okay, then I believe it's my turn, and I think I already have one, so this will be my second.
You did one.
Okay, so it's Jason's second. Cool. So spend your XP, please, if you wish to, of course.
Talk me into it.
Sean, what do you want to buy?
Well, I sort of feel like I'm maxed out in my current career, and I hadn't really thought about where to go next, mainly because my character is on death's door. And if I hadn't thought about it, I didn't realize how on death's door he was until I looked at it just now. So I'm not really sure what to do about spending it.
You have a backup?
I have one that I started and never finished getting him up to speed. So if that does happen, I'll have to scramble. But I think he's gonna survive. I think he's gonna survive for one more session. I think.
Okay, sure thing. Cool. Well, I mean, just keeping our fingers crossed. Jason, what about you?
Yeah, I do have enough points for an upgrade. I think it's going to go into strength, just a single strength increase. Let me. Oh. Where's my character? Oh, it's minus.
What's the sound? Someone is.
That's my mouse.
Oh, okay.
It's right next to the mic.
Sure. Yeah, I thought that was mouse. I was also thinking about a saw.
Mouse wheel.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, I want to put one into strength. So that makes that from 45 to 50. And then, okay, so I spent that. Just doing all the number crunching now. So I need to update my current and total XPs. It's 710.
Yeah, so I have 1 hit point and 0 fate points.
Whoops.
Yeah, we need to find a bed or a doctor. So yeah, that's me.
Okay, Brian, what about you? Brian? Oh, he's not here.
I have 175 XP, but I get the 30 from the notes, right?
Yeah.
Okay. In that case, I'm gonna take 10 agility.
10 agility. Awesome. Okay. 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 Sorry, guys, for that. I was just checking something. Right. So that's it. We know who's making notes. And last time, where we left? Please tell me.
We just fought off the thugs.
Yeah, you fought off the thugs. You still have a couple of addresses to go to, if I remember correctly. I've added a few like ruins of Wolfenburg graphics, so you can just see how they look. Maybe we will be using them. Who knows? There's also the handout, the suspects. Do you remember which suspects you've already cleared?
Yes, I know we went to the Fiddler's Inn.
Yeah, you did. You went to, I believe.
Yeah, we went to a tavern, and then the tavern owner, he was like that face in the head, the hole in the wall.
Yeah, it
right?
was in the Fiddler's Inn. The owner was Ernst Kranz.
Yeah. We talked to him, and then I thought we went to the
All-
hops market.
To All Los Panoramas, which was on the other side of the street.
Oh, yeah.
And you also spoken to a man there.
Yep.
Then you went to the hops market and
Shenanigans ensued.
yeah, and you fought off three. There were more six drunken Ostland soldiers, deserters, who insulted Otto, and then, well, a huge battle erupted.
What market was that called?
That was the hops market near the Brewers Guild House.
Yeah, that was it.
All right.
That was the hops market.
And I believe didn't Francisco cut somebody in half?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Francisco
Like in
decapitated.
one turn.
Yeah, decapitated single one of them, and then with, the following motion just, I believe, eviscerated or just split in half another dude. So that was pretty hardcore.
While Otto used up all his fate points to not die.
Yes. All right. You have a guide, but I don't remember his name. That said, he should be in the notes, hopefully.
France.
France? His name is France? Okay.
Yeah, France.
France.
Yeah, his name was France. So I
Oh yeah, France.
told him my name was German.
Yeah, France. Yeah, so the France ran away into the warehouse, but when he saw that you've killed 3 of the men and the other 3 just ran away, he emerged. Well, you really showed them, eh? So, where do you want to go now? He asks. Speaking like a weasel.
Can I slip back into the shadows?
That's not how that works. I mean, you can just move away from them, but he looks at you funny because you were supposed to go to the camp, and now you're suddenly here. So
yeah, I'm going to.
So he has.
I look directly at him as I walk away.
I want to ask.
He just shakes his head. Seriously. Wow, that elf is he's a fucking comedian. Ooh, I don't see you! I don't see you, Master Elf! He cries. I don't know that you are there! Oh no! Look! He disappeared! Am I playing good, guys? He asks you, Otto, and you, Francisco.
I say, yes, quite. It's
Thank you.
very good.
Yes. Well, I mean, I thought that we have this mutual understanding. I trust you. You are 3 very dangerous men, obviously. I saw what you did to those 2 fellows, sir. But then I've also thought that you trust me. After all, I literally have nothing to lose. I've already lost everything.
It is perhaps we trust you, but it's these roving gangs of other people
you can
do not trust.
You can get used to them. There are worse things here, mind you. Things that come out at night, Things that sometimes whisper from the shadows. Oh yes. The invaders never really left. At least not all of them. Some of them are still here.
How's Otto doing? Is he conscious and awake and recovered?
Yeah, Sean. What kind of critical did you get? I believe that was something that practically dropped you instantly, right? Because you had -2 crit, and then I rolled the highest possible number, which was seriously first time when I had something like that.
Yeah, I essentially I think it was a continued assault on my left arm or something like that. Or something made me drop my sword. I do remember that, but
you dropped your sword, I believe, because you had it was from an arm wound. You had your arm slick with blood, stuff like that. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
And I still have the -15 to all stats and -20 to my fellowship from
Yes.
the rash all over me.
Yeah, because you and Francisco, you both are sick. You two are sick.
And I think I have fleas now as well.
I believe you have lice, not fleas, but yeah, it's close enough.
Well, he is Ulrich, so
Yeah,
maybe he does have fleas.
yeah. Otto is
Watch it.
Otto chases his own tail.
Well, that'd be a great
Where is Otto
insanity.
from?
Where is
Otto's from actually from
Talabekland, I
near-
believe.
No, Dieter was from Talbotland.
Oh, okay.
He's from near the swamp up by the Lorelorn Forest in Middenheim.
Oh,
Is
okay.
where
So you're Middenheimer. Okay, cool. Nice.
And
Nice.
Actually, technically, I wrote into his backstory that he learned Elvish, but I'm not bothering to to play that out right now.
Okay. Yeah, so anyway, Otto can stand, but you see that he is shaking, and clearly, Francisco, you've been handling your sickness better. For now, mind you.
Yeah.
So, Franz is like looking at you. Where do you want to go next?
I look at Otto, not knowing how to read, obviously, so kind of letting you drive the. Because you have the book, right?
Yeah, don't die.
Yeah.
Nobody knows how to read. Draw, unless it's like pictures.
Here, let me write it down for you. Oh, whoops.
Oops.
Draw little pictures of what it is.
Okay. Well, it looks like we have 3 places left to go. The officers' quarters, the Imperial Barracks, and I forget if we just totally scrapped that one. I forget. I remember we talked about it.
I think it's in a really scary area. So, according to our guide, so I think we're like
it's near the palace. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think it'd be best not to, or like go there last if we have to, type of thing.
And then we still we were trying to go to whatever place was the next closest, but they seem to be ping ponging around. But the home of the Widow Cursed.
Yeah, Widow Cursed.
Yeah.
It's 12B Flay Court.
Yes. And then the Smithy is
lovely
the
name.
is the last one.
Mm. All right. France offers to take you to Widow Cursed because it's fairly near.
Okay.
Francisco makes a comment on how the Empire gets such horrid names for their streets.
Well, sir, it's that's just how we roll, you know. This is our style, as young Ostlanders used to say when they were still alive. Anyway, I'll take you there to the Flay Court. That's a place where you would probably feel right at home, Herr Francisco, with your expert flaying skills. Nice kind of butcher you probably were in your homelands, eh?
Paid well, better than it does here.
But since you are from the Crusade of the Child, I guess that you all follow the Child, eh? The Sigma Reborn. So I guess it's not about money now, is it? It's about faith.
Yeah, I guess Francisco failed that last test, so he's now
Yeah, you are in
a
fraud.
devout.
Oh, like I said, you're not a devout Sigmarite. Carl simply is the most important thing in your life.
Yeah.
But that doesn't even have to be religious. That can be, for example, the centerpiece of your life philosophy. That's the thing. So yeah, that's. Oh, I'm actually really sad that Vincent is not here because I wanted to play the dilemma that he would have between Moore and Sigma, right? That would be very cool, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to roll now for the. Yeah, it only took you 1 hour to reach the Flaycourt from where you were, from near the Hops Market. That said, Wolfenburg is not a nice place, and something might just happen. Ooh. When you were near your destination, a group of 3 haggard people emerged from the rubble all around you, because I want to remind you that Wolfenburg has been completely devastated. And
before we get too far, Brian, your character's following from behind again? Or
Yeah, do you want me to make a roll?
Yeah, you need to.
Okay, this is concealment or silent move?
It's silent move. Concealment is when you are standing still, essentially. Silent move is when you shadow someone. Well, you want to lag that?
I'll use a log.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay, yeah, you are... Okay, you are silently moving through the streets. Sure thing.
Nice.
At least you think you do, of course. Because I'm not going to tell you if that's the case. Yeah, but you are doing your best to remain silent and concealed. I'm
standing incredibly still.
Yeah,
they can't see me.
You are in the middle of the street. No one will think that I'm here. They will look in the shadows, at the shadows, and not at the middle of the street. Anyway, when you are near your final destination, your current destination, which is the 12B Flaycourt, a group of 3 people, horribly haggard beggars, emerge from the rubble, and they approach you. Please, Aaron, please, we beg for food. We beg for something to eat. Please, show mercy. In Shariah's name, in all of the God's name, show mercy, give us something to eat. You see that those people they almost don't look like human. Seriously, what happened to them here removed almost everything from them, every sense of who they were, of humanity, of themselves. They are shadows of their former selves. They are horrible, pitiful creatures. Thin beyond imagine. You've never saw anyone so thin in your lives. It's even hard to discern if they're men or women. And they approach you with their filthy, bloody hand outstretched. Franz is like cursing. Beggars. I don't have anything to give them. But you might if you want to. If you want to show them mercy, that is. And he takes a few steps back to let you, Otto, and you, Francisco, to deal with that mess. Please!
I look at Otto. I have no food, I say.
Only a scrap! Only a single morsel, please, mine Aaron, please.
I do not have a scrap of food on me.
They are just, walking closer, and you can see that they will probably try and grab your cloaks.
I'm going to hold my sword out in kind of a guard, like, not a step further.
Show mercy to us pitiful wretches. We only want to survive another day, please. You there? And they turn towards you, Otto. Please, give us something to eat. We are dying of starvation.
We have nothing for you. I will give you the blessing of the child.
We are all doomed. And they just, turn away and skulk away from you between the rubble. That was entertaining, says Franz. I was surprised that you didn't cut them to pieces, Herr Francisco. Seems like you were enjoying it last time.
Only the thought of death makes me enjoy such things.
If you say so.
Those bastards deserved it. These wretches are not worthy of a warrior's death.
You are right, sir. They only deserve to die from starvation. Truly, the Empire is blessed to have brave men like you defending it. Aye. Anyway, let me show you to the flay court, eh?
Lead on.
And finally, you enter into a barren wasteland stripped of anything of use and inhabited by no more than rats. This was once the flay court, but now, as you sift through the rubble, which takes you quite a long time, you eventually find what you were looking for. Kind of. Because, by the way, Catvale, I assume that you are still, of course, in the shadows. That you just let them, do all the hard work while you are just being mysterious and elvish.
This is how he's been going through his whole career. He's just like, I'm going to go and cover you guys, and then just kind of like,
yeah.
I figure like it would be weird for me to lead following clues from a ledger that are like addresses in a city. Like, you know what I mean? Like it would all be foreign to me, right?
Yeah.
So like I'm like you guys know what you're looking at, so I'll make sure you get through fine.
Yeah, well, that's fortunately you guys apparently don't really need Catvale's help because you find something. You find a bunch of wineskins with the motif, but unfortunately it won't probably help you that much because among the rubble you find a store of the wineskins you are after, and pinned to the sack that holds them is a clumsily written letter promising Durn, that's D-U-R-N, name, that more flasks will be forthcoming as the army overcharges for them so much. And no more information can be found on this suspect, and all other enquiries, well, turn into dead ends, because if you ask Franz about this Dern fellow, I don't know even if you do, he says that he never heard of anyone named Dern.
Mm.
Yeah, so that's that. So you were kind of successful, but not really. You're not out of the woods yet, as it seems.
Alright.
So, I'm going to earn my final payment, asks Franz, or do you want me to take you somewhere else, eh?
Yes, we need to go to the smithy, correct?
Well, you still guys, you still have a smithy and the officer's quarters. Yeah, so smithy, what's smithy, sir? He asks.
What's his name? Number 1.
Address number 1 on the
yes.
Taliban council map.
Boris.
Here, take a look at this handout.
Boris Leichhardt.
Okay.
Look at this very detailed map of the.
Yeah. Number 1. Okay. Yeah, I mean you are saying that it was Boris Leichhardt, Smithy, Lower Warwalk. Oh, I see this place. Yeah, I know it. It's close to one of the main avenues leading to and back from the city. So yeah, I can take you there. Would that be our final destination?
Well, not unless we don't find what we're looking for, then we would have to venture towards the barracks. So perhaps not.
I just hope that you find what you're looking for there, sir. I wouldn't want to go to barracks unless I would really have to.
Well, perhaps if we don't find what we're looking for here, you can point us in the direction. Then we'll be on.
Oh no! You've paid me. I am obliged. After all, what else is left in the world if not for the good word, eh? For the honest word. That's all I have left. So I will take you to the smithy. Let's see what you'll find there. By the way, remember guys that you are walking quite a few hours right now. You are all very tired and you are beginning to go hungry. A lot.
Yeah.
Which means that after 3 hours you reach the smithy. Because of your current, because of this whole condition, hunger and so on, all of you guys gain -5 to all tests, which of course accumulates with other stuff.
Okay.
Because you are just moving through the destroyed, wrecked, rubble-strewn, huge city filled with dangers on an empty stomach. On empty stomachs, sorry. You just can't wait to return to camp and eat something. Honestly, anything. That said, we shall see what happens in. Yeah. What happens in this? Okay, now let me just quickly see. Okay, Bran, I want you to do something. As you are following your party, you suddenly hear strange sound, like sound of something massive moving towards you from all directions. For an instant, you thought that this is some kind of quake, like a small earthquake, something like that. But then you hear the chittering. And you have just enough time to jump onto a pile of rubble created after side of a house collapsed, and a chimney which was on that side also collapsed, creating the said pile of rubble. You jump on it as a huge swarm of brown fat rats hopping with fleas, thousands of fleas. Scurries over your previous position. There are thousands of vile vermin, and you need to make me a +10 toughness test.
So it's actually +5 then, right?
Yeah, +5 only. Yes, correct. You want to luck that?
Yeah,
Okay.
use a luck.
Cool.
I think I have one left.
Nice. Okay. Yeah. So a few of the fleas bit you, but only a few, fortunately, because you were quite high. And after just few seconds, the animals disappeared between the rubble of Wolfenburg, and you resume your shadowing of the party. Meanwhile, you guys, after 3 hours, you eventually reached the place where the smithy is located. You see that the smithy has been burned. The blackened walls of the ground floor attest to the ferocity of the fire, which perhaps claimed the lives of people who are living and working here. But you can also see that those same walls saved the attic from destruction. The roof is still standing. Yeah. So that's that. What are you going to do? Francis just, pointing at the smithy. This is the place.
Can I
Yeah?
approach the group again?
Yeah, sure. You just emerge from the shadows.
Okay, yeah.
You suddenly...
Because I'm not hiding from friends. I'm just hiding from anybody that wants to attack the group.
Yeah. Guys, you suddenly see that Catvale is once again with you.
Let's.
I'm surveying the entrance.
Yeah, let's go inside and see what we can find.
Sean, I don't know what's happening, but you are kind of breaking up. Like there's some problem with your connection. I don't know.
Oh, really?
Sometimes. I mean, I can hear you just fine, but it sounds like your bandwidth is heavily, used, so to speak.
Okay.
Now
It's
it's
only
okay.
temporary. Though,
Yeah.
It's definitely.
Every now and then we have weird stuff going on here with the internet.
I want to put my hand on Otto's shoulder and be like, let me lead inside.
Okay.
You're not looking very well.
Yeah, thank you, brother.
All right.
I'm going to, sword at the ready. I'm going to kind of make my way in. Trying to be...
Yeah.
I knock an arrow.
Okay,
Crouch.
in that case, Jason, I would like you to make me a -10 toughness test.
Okay.
Well, -15 total, of course, because it's...
Oh, I failed.
You want luck?
No.
Okay. Sure. You are helping Otto. And Cadveo is what? Is following you inside?
Well, no, I'm not helping Otto. I'm just taking the front.
Okay. Oh, so you didn't support him?
No.
Oh,
I
okay.
just told him that I am going to go in front. Since he's broken, I don't want him to go in there.
Okay. Sorry. So in that case, disregard the roll. I thought for some mistaken reason that
yeah,
you were...
I know he has some things I don't want.
I can tell you guys, but you guys have practically the same thing. But he has something extra.
Yeah, like I think we're aware he has fleas. Right?
Oh yeah, that's beside the point. Yeah.
So that's why, yeah.
Okay. So, Francisco, you are entering the insides of the burned out smithy. It was a firestorm here. The fire was probably so intense. I mean, the fire was probably so intense that you wouldn't be even able to to imagine it. Once there were stairs leading up, but now the stairs have been completely destroyed. Yeah, there's nothing here, honestly.
Okay. I'm just completely empty room.
Yeah, but roll me perception test.
All right.
Well, I mean, there's rubble here, burnout rubble, but that's it. Nice. You've no. Oh.
We both rolled 18.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, only Jason had to roll because. Unless Brian, you also entered.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I went with them.
Yeah, sorry. So you both rolled. Okay. So you both passed. In that case, you both see that the staircase has been destroyed later. It was.
After the rubble.
Yeah, it was heavily damaged by fire, but it was hacked to pieces, or smashed to pieces, even.
Looks deliberate, type of thing. Like they went after the stairs.
And as you notice that, you hear movement from the top side.
I want to stay as still and quiet as I can, and just look over to Cadfael.
I'm crouched low and aiming up.
Okay. Well,
I'm gonna look for any holes in the ceiling.
there are none. There was once, an entrance, which you were able to pass through using the stairs, but it has been boarded up.
Okay.
Are you one of my customers? You hear a sound from the top side.
It depends on the products you sell.
Go outside so I can take a look at you through the window, and no tricks.
I'm going to kind of nod to Cadvale and hold my hand out for him to not follow me. Then I'm going to go outside again. And Otto, are you still probably outside?
Apparently.
Well, whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just standing there with my sword out. What?
All right.
Okay. So the two of us are back outside.
All right. You two go outside, both you and Cadveo?
I feel like I should. I feel like I would. I would go outside.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. You, Otto, you see that your comrades return from the burn down insides of a smithy. Sorry. And then you also see a figure appearing in a window on the first floor. The figure is hooded, and stands in the shadow, so you don't see the any details. You want to buy something?
Yes, we're looking for something rather strong to give to an associate of ours so that he will not be bothering us anymore.
Very well, I'll drop the rope. Come up inside. And you see that the heavy clothed figure lowers a frayed knotted rope from the open casement. Beckoning you silently, he retreats into the shadowed confines of the attic. Do you climb the rope?
Yes.
All of you?
I'll let Cadvale go and complete his climb, and then if I just kind of wait to see how he replies.
Okay.
And then I'll probably follow if he, gives me a thumbs up.
Alright. Cadvale, climbing the rope was awkward is not difficult, and you soon tumble over the sill of the window into the dark, musty-smelling interior. The sloping eaves of the roof force you to stoop as you walk towards the recess where the man sits calmly. Bunches of dried herbs hang from the ceiling, covering another altogether more unpleasant odor with their sweet scent. Do you give the rest of the party thumbs up?
Yeah, I wave him up.
Alright. You guys enter?
Yeah, I'll follow. Yeah.
Alright. Franz, by the way, remains where he was. He says that he wait for you here.
Okay.
So, as you are all up, you approach the shadowed alcove, and you see a bench to one side, its surface cluttered with arcane devices, glass tubes, copper funnels, geared mechanisms, and other paraphernalia. Pitiful mewling draws your eyes towards a row of cages beneath the bench, where you can see a number of small animals have been secured. Only one cage has a living occupant, a weak creature that lies unmoving on the floor of its prison, only its pitiful cries indicating life. Ravaged and rotting bodies fill the other cages, one of which has had its organs removed and carefully placed beside the body. No doubt this man's concoctions require strange ingredients. I am Boris Leigard, says the man. And you can see that when he talks to you, he drops the cowl, and you can see that he is an average build and naturally covers his frame with tightly wrapped black ropes. The left side of his face is a burnt mass of scarred tissue, probably gained during the siege. Even from here you can see that it extends down from his face, downwards. From the way he moves, it's obvious that he is in great pain, almost constantly. He has he has a small pouch on his waist. His home, because this is his home, is chock full of tools, bottles, and oddities. And he has this, that was the way, expression which clearly states that he feels very uncomfortable, but tries to hide it from others. Welcome to my workshop, he says. How may I help you? By the way, guys, do you remember, because one of you passed the test, do you remember the information about the chokeweed extract, the thing that killed Ali?
I think, wasn't it you,
or Ahmed,
Brian,
I don't remember.
that recognized the poison?
Ali. Yeah, Cadvale.
There was something about it, though. It was really, difficult to make.
One of the ingredients, apparently, were fluids drained from the bile duct of a common cat.
Okay.
The creature.
I'm gonna produce the wine skin from my cloak.
The creatures
and show the guy.
Okay, the creatures that you see here, lying in the cages, including the barely living animal, are mostly cats.
Okay.
The man is being very polite, and he looks at the wineskin with his right eyebrow raised. No, thank you. I don't drink this early. May I interest you in buying some of my concoctions? Perhaps, perhaps healing drought, or maybe you would want healing poultice. I have this here, good price.
Can I? I want to hand him the wineskin and say, "Smell it."
He takes it. He smells it. He looks at you. Well, sir, it certainly smells.
Was this your concoction?
You have two options, Cadveil. You can either roll -10 intimidate or -10 charm, because you see that this man won't answer your questions.
Okay, I'm gonna go for they're both minuses though?
Yeah. Sorry, only intimidate is -10 and charm test is basic.
Okay, an intimidate test on strength or weapon skill?
Yes, strength.
Okay, and charm is fellowship.
Yes.
I'll do intimidate.
Okay, just so you know, if you fail it completely, the repercussions will be worse than if you fail a charm test. Just so you know. But okay, by all means, roll.
Okay. God damn it. I'll use a luck. That's my last one.
All right, third luck goes.
Nope.
You are trying to be tough with the man, but he just clamps up. I don't have to talk to the likes of you. Get out of my workshop. If you decide to threaten me here.
I want to say now, Cadvale, seeing that it went wrong, I want to be like, now, Cadvale, this isn't how we need to approach this situation. What?
I'll leave the room. I'll leave the building, and let you guys work it out.
So you see that the elf just, drops down the rope.
I want to say that the pleasantries of an elf are quite disgraceful, and I kind of look over my shoulder as he leaves. I must apologize for my friend.
The prices just went double, says the man. Just so you know.
Yes, well.
In the future, tell your friend to be more careful with people he just meets.
Well, unfortunately, he's not my friend, just a comrade. Placed under the same charge. Anyway, we are looking for one of your customers.
Yeah. My customers are people whose secrecy I value a lot, because I'm a good businessman, sir. So, and I would just like to say that if you also try to intimidate or scare me, then I would like for you to leave.
I'm not looking to intimidate or scare you. I am just looking for information, and we'll pay you for it.
Now you're talking. Very well. Which kind of information you'd be interested in, sir?
Well, the same. We're looking for
I left the wineskin with him, by the way. I just turned around and walked out.
We are looking for the person who bought this.
Well, this will cost you. So let's start with something easy. Let's just say. By the way, Boris is added to. Boris is now added to the handout section. You can see him. That's how he looks. Creepy bastard. And that's how his workshop looks. You want to know where you've what you want to know about the wineskin? Is that it?
Yes, we want to know who you sold it to.
Yes, surely your business is
By the way,
used.
You can see a stack of wineskins exactly like that near one of the walls. With the same motif. The coiled serpent.
Yeah, your business is to give others the ability to silence those who that your clients wish to silence.
I'm selling poison.
We
Man, use normal words. Don't waste my or your time. Very well. You pay me 10 gold crowns. I will tell you everything. By the way, a single dose of chokeweed extract, which is what's inside that wineskin of yours, is 40 gold crowns. So you can see that I am giving you a very good deal right now.
Okay, Otto fumbles. Actually, I don't know. Do I have any my purse still, or did I lose it?
Yeah, you have.
I don't
You never lost it. Yeah.
All right. Otto turns around and fumbles through his purse and fishes out 10 gold crowns.
He takes the gold crowns from you with a slight grin of disgust because he sees in the light gloom that how sick you are and you know that you have fleas all over you. But he quickly pockets the coins. Now we are talking. Yes. So, chokeweed extract, eh? It can be used for purposes other than murder, you know. Yeah, it can. If one part of the poison is diluted with 10 parts of water, the resultant solution can be used to remove warts, hair or general skin blemishes. Diluted with 20 parts of water, it makes a very good dye. Of course, care must be still taken when preparing these alternative solutions. Now, about people who bought this thing from me. 3 come to mind. At least lately. Brother Marcus, the leader of the Order of the Veil, purchased a vial of the poison from me. The Order's members are devout followers of the child, and I've heard that they use a mysterious artifact as the center of their worship.
Sorry, what was the name?
Brother Marcus. Marcus. Like Mark.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just going to... I'm going to write it down for you guys. Brother Marcus, Order of the... Shit.
Order of the shit.
Yeah, Order of the shit. Here, that's the first one.
Okay, thank you.
Then there was this mean-looking man named Carl. He purchased 3 vials of the poison from me. I was actually too scared to barter very hard with him, and so I sold the vials for less than their actual worth. I don't know what he did, what he does in this crusade of yours, but I remember that he wore a very distinctive blue belt.
Okay.
Here. Here. And finally there was this distinguished-looking gentleman who named himself Dieter van Dorf, and he bought 3 vials from me. He paid gold, just like you did. Here. I've typed it. Oh, sorry, guys.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's that. These are all my clients who bought the chokeweed extract, my specialty, honestly. I personally don't really care what they were using this for. I presume that it wasn't to remove warts or to dye. Although I presume that it was used for dyeing, if you know what I mean. Then again, we are living in tough times, and I won't make excuses for my profession. So yeah, just that's it. You want to buy anything from me? Maybe a potion or 2? Maybe some chokeweed extract.
What?
Yeah. Go ahead.
I'll let you go.
For you, sir, I don't know if any potion will help you. You look like you're dead on your feet. If you don't mind me saying that.
He's talking to
Otto. Yeah, to Otto.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. It's like I just need to go back to our camp. Thank you, sir.
Might you have something that could assist my wounds?
Like I've said, sir, my My offer is as this. I have antitoxin kit for 6 gold crowns, healing draught for 10 gold crowns, healing poultice for 10 pennies, and chocolate extract for 80 gold crowns.
I put my hand in my pocket and I'm just like, fortunately, I do not have the coin for such things. We appreciate your assistance.
Well, in that case, I wish you all farewell. And if you ever want to buy something, for your health, you can visit me again, but without that elf fellow, please.
Of course.
He can stay
And I nod.
outside. Have a
May your gods bless you.
No gods left in this city, sir.
Well, then may the coin you received bless you.
Much better. Have a nice day. And with that, you guys drop down the line. Otto almost literally drops. Fortunately for you, you land on your feet just fine. Cadveo and Franz are waiting for you. Yeah, by the way, Francisco, you still, of course, have the wineskin, just so you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
I suggest we go back to Ali's wagon and see if we can find out if the son knows any of these 3 men.
I'm going to give the wineskin back to Cadvale, and then pass on the information about the 3 individuals.
Yeah, so Cadveo, you know everything.
Okay. Do
I
we still
am,
need the wineskin?
Yeah, better to keep it, I think.
Okay. I'll tuck it back into my cloak.
Okay.
yeah, we definitely know that these 3 people will probably have the same type of wineskin, because that's how he's essentially delivering. How he's selling it is in those. So if we find one of these 3 people, well, I guess they're all probably going to have one of those wineskins. But did any of the names, the blue sash?
No, that's blue elements in the Crusade of the Child are very common because blue is the color of the child. But Boris told you that Karl had a very distinctive blue belt. So this wasn't just some, dirty piece of blue.
And he was mean, right?
Yeah, he was mean. And this wasn't just some, dirty piece of blue clothing. It apparently stood out.
Yeah, so probably wealthy.
Well,
any of these people are going to be wealthy.
Remember what I've told you guys. When you return to the Crusade, and Cadveo in your case, when you've joined, you saw that a lot of groups, factions, and gangs emerged. And Crusade, honestly, it's very divided. And it's once again on the brink of imploding because a lot of people are just, it's like a gang war, right? Only Karl is keeping them together. But this really looks like it's about to go down soon.
We already. I thought we already knew about the blue belt's existence.
The blue belts?
Yeah,
the
blue.
Well, we know. Oh, as in specifically belts.
Because they're. So I don't recall if we already knew about them or if I'm just metagaming because I know that they have a camp at.
Oh, I really need to.
Map.
I really need to. Yeah, I really need to do that.
We are aware that there's blue everywhere. But I think you did mention that there were groups in one of the groups.
No, I never mentioned blue belts before.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, that's something we'll at least keep an eye out.
Yeah.
for.
Next time I will remove legends from maps. Sorry.
No, it's okay.
Although I was listening to one of our older sessions, and there was this map in Spanish. If you guys remember it.
Oh yeah.
That was fun.
Yeah, you had a Polish map too.
Yeah,
at one point, right?
Yeah, I once uploaded the Polish map. Yeah. Is someone outside or just huffing into the microphone? Oh, now it's gone.
I hear it too.
Yeah. Ah, it's okay now. It's okay.
Sorry, I was just walking around. It might be me.
Okay.
I'm back in my seat.
So, anyway, you have 3 names. Will you follow up on them?
Yeah, my intention was that we go back to Ali's wagon and I forget if Ali was the father or the son, but
Ali
ask
was
the son.
Ali was the father. Ahmed is the son.
Okay, yeah. And, so the idea is that we're gonna go ask the son if he recognizes any of these names or descriptions of these guys.
Sure. Okay. But first, you need to leave Wolfenburg. France is offering to get you to the, well, not to the gate, but to the hole in the wall, from which
pretty much.
Yeah.
Same place we met him.
From which you'll be able to exit the city, and then, of course, you'll be paying him then. But we shall see one last time. It takes you less than an hour to reach it, but Wolfenburg is not a safe place. And let me just see.
Cadvale, what's our movement of operation?
Oh yeah, Cadvale. Before that, of course, you can once again melt into shadows if you wish to.
Okay.
So, but you need to roll me.
Glad I took that extra 10 agility today.
Always a good idea. Oh, you've rolled already. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. You and just going quickly roll. Oh yeah, yeah. You're one with the shadows. You are like the stalker of men.
You see somebody on the rooftop with binoculars just fall to his death.
Yes. You are like a mix of Sam Fisher, Solid Snake, and I don't know. The guy.
You guys see a cardboard box just moving along.
Yeah, the guy from Dishonored. Anyway, this time you are sure that no one sees you, that no one is aware of you, and you are making your way to the behind the guys. And as you approach the walls, the destroyed walls leading from Wolfenburg. Encircling the equally destroyed Wolfenburg. The fate has one last surprise in store for you, and because you can see the entrance, you can see the hole in the wall, which, well, hole, it's just, part of the wall has completely collapsed, so that's more than a hole. And then you hear growling. When you hear the growling, you see that Franz, for the first time really, he begins to look very uneasily. Unease? Yep.
Unease,
thank you. He mutters something, under his nose, something like, "No, that's not right.
I want to say, is there another way?
Yeah, I mean, and then you see 6 shapes emerging from between the rubble. Dogs. No, not dogs. It was your first impression.
Dogs.
They look more like wolves. But here's the thing, they are changed. They are horrible giant canines with matted black fur, glowing eyes. Their snouts are are a mix of a dog snout and a boar. With the tusks. But the worst thing is that they have each of them has more than half a dozen spikes emerging from all of their bodies, from every side of their bodies. You hear Franz whispering, "Oh, the changed hounds. Oh, gods preserve us." And he takes a few steps back. The creatures see you. They bare their fangs, and then they pounce. So, initiative time. Oh, sorry. Let's go, guys. Let's see how this. Oh, Jason, how much do you have? By the way, the person who's making notes writes the initiative.
That's me. Yeah. All right.
Brian has 81. Okay. Brian, by the way, you are once again some distance behind them, of course.
Okay, so there's a couple minuses, or just two minuses for me, so that's a total of 53 for...
53, okay, so like I said, it would be best, alright, so 81 Cadveo, 53, what's Francisco. Now I'm going to roll for the dogs. Wait a second, because they are...
I'm actually 25,
okay.
not 45.
Mm-hmm.
43.
Yeah, so the dogs will be 60, I believe. Then we have Otto, and finally we have Franz.
Otto, what are you?
45. 25.
25.
Okay.
Because I have a minus 20.
Okay.
In addition to.
Alright, I want to put those in our chat for reference. Just let me get it all situated.
Isn't there a way to do it in Roll20?
I know that there is in 4th edition. When I was running 4th edition on Roll, the character sheets were essentially making it so much easier, including counting the number of success levels, stuff like that. It's really awesome. I mean, compared to that, the second edition Roll20 is like, cavemen's, I don't know, paintings or stuff like that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's the difference between having the all the forms really set up for you and having to sort of make them yourself.
Yeah, but I mean, it's same with Call of Cthulhu. I am now every week I'm running a Call of Cthulhu game, 7th edition, and same. The character sheets are just incredible. They do half of the work for you. You just have to roll, and then you read what happened. So fantastic stuff. Anyway. Alright, Cadveo, you are first. You are still some distance away, but you see what's happening. You see the horrible mutated things charging from the rubble towards your friends. Your friends were your comrades. You and your comrades were so close to the exit to finally leave this accursed city, and then this horrible changed things. Cadveo, you actually know what they are. Beastmen are using this horrible monsters as their hunting dogs. They are called the warhounds in their degenerate, disgusting language. They are extremely loyal to their masters, and they have a taste for man and elf flesh. There is nothing natural about them. They are creatures of chaos, of ruin, and you know that they will not stop attacking until every single living thing is dead or they are. What are you going to do?
I'm gonna move up for a better shot, and I want to get to like an elevated position. So
So roll me a free perception test.
3 perception tests.
Free, like it doesn't. It won't cost you. it won't cost you any action,
okay,
but
okay.
but if you botch, you have okay. You haven't botched. There's no good elevated position here. There is
Okay,
like few hundred meters to your left. Well, few hundred,
Okay.
like 100 meters, okay, maybe, but still, it's quite distance away. It's rubble here. These things, like buildings here, are wrecked. So you are moving closer with your bow.
Yeah.
All right.
That's probably all I can do this turn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Otto and Francisco. You have 3 of the animals each on you.
Okay.
They are snarling loudly. They are charging towards you. Their fangs bared. Okay. I will also need to juggle a few PDFs here because I'm using 6 at the time. Sorry. So if there will be pauses, guys, I'm sorry for them, but they will be necessary. Okay. Okay. Let's make Francisco's first. Francisco, as you see, the hounds are upon you, and first of all, I would like you to roll me willpower test because they have unsettling.
Okay.
You had -5, remember, or even minus more. So it's not fear, by the way. It's just unsettling.
I don't know what that means.
Unsettling means that you have minuses to your weapon skill.
Okay.
I'm going to, just so you know, I will tell you how much, so you won't be, -10 to your weapon skill, ballistic skill during the combat. You can test each round.
To recover.
Yeah, to recover, and yeah.
All right. I'm going to hold off on. I'm gonna keep this result.
All right. So you have additional -10 to your weapon skill and ballistic skill. Very well. So the first hound. Let's see. The first hound tries to gore your arm. You can dodge if you wish to.
All right. I will attempt to dodge.
Yeah. Nice. But now I need to quickly check page 39 of Polish book. You dodged. I just quickly need to see one thing. Oh yeah, here it is. All right, you've dodged. Now please make me agility test.
Okay. Hey.
Nice. Second dog. Yeah. Second dog rams into your other arm. Rams itself into your other arm. Also make me immediately agility test.
It's minus, so...
Yeah, this one is failed. You want to luck it?
Yeah.
Okay. First luck goes.
Nope.
Okay, so 25, I believe, is what? It's which arm is it? Let's see. I have
52?
it here.
Oh, right, you're going backwards.
Left arm, yeah. So, in your left arm, you are struck for 3 points total, which does nothing. Because, guys, how this works, just so you know, those creatures have mutation called long spikes, which means that every round that you're in combat with them, including your round, you need to test agility or you gain an auto hit. But this auto hit is only with strength 1. So, for example, now I've rolled 2, so that means 3, so Francisco is not even scratched by this thing. But that was like the not free attack, but the spikes effect. So now, Francisco, you've been hit normally by this creature. Let's see. And this goes into your left arm for... okay, just quickly return to here. Oh yeah, here it is. For 10 total.
10 total.
Yeah.
What are my hit points?
I believe 1. I don't know.
I think I was slightly above. I think I had like 4 or something.
Okay.
Wounds. I have 3 hit points. 8 of them go through. No, 8 of them are stopped. So now I'm down to 1 hit point.
On your arm, you have full mail, right?
Yes.
Remember,
and then toughness 3.
Okay, remember.
Or toughness 5. Sorry.
Okay. So remember when you are also making dodges that it also affects your dodge skill. Okay. And finally, the last animal crashes into you with a force of a cannonball. It goes right into your. It once again, it tries to attach to your right arm this time. Again, agility test first. No, so that's the strength 1 hit. 6, which is nothing, because only 8 go through. And now the claws and teeth. And now this will be 9, so 1 goes through, I believe.
Alright, that brings me to 0.
Yeah, the creatures swarm you, Francisco. They have wickedly sharp claws, teeth, and those damnable spikes. They also have strange runes cut and burnt into their flesh. Horrible fell runes which remind you of the Villahan. It's clear that these are no natural animals. But for now, you are holding your sickness and your earlier wounds begin to take their toll. Otto, you are standing firm.
Mm-hmm.
The 3 horrible abominations to Ulrich pounce at you. The first one goes towards your genitals.
Do you still have genitals?
Yeah,
this is not,
yeah.
This is a realistic question because that seems to be a issue with our group.
That was Snorri.
That was
Okay.
Snorri, and earlier that was Sally, because I believe that he...
And Vincent.
And Vincent.
Yeah.
Are you going to dodge or parry?
I'm going to dodge, I think.
Yeah, because
I
you have double-handed.
pretty good. Yeah, and I have pretty good dodge skill.
Okay.
With -20 though. All right.
Nice. So even with the minuses, you've managed to avoid the blow, but there are the spikes which I want you to test. Now for the spikes.
Nope.
Nope. Okay, so it's strength 1 hit.
Okay. It doesn't do anything to me.
It's a 10.
Oh, it does. Sorry.
But
10, so that's
11 total. But there's no rerolling for that, so I won't reroll that roll. So it's only 11 to your balls. Yeah.
Oh, great. Okay. Well, so
actually, sorry, Sean. You know what? Because I forgot one thing. That should be rolled separately. The location should be rolled separately, because the idea is that those things, move so fast and in such a manner that the spikes can hit you in different places. So I need to remember that. Same with you, Francisco. So I am going to roll normally this time without, reversing the dice where the spikes hit you.
Okay.
To the head.
Okay. Well, I take a -4 hit to the head.
Wait. How much toughness and armor you have on your head?
Well, my toughness is 3. My head armor is 3, so that absorbs 6 of the 11 points. And then I had 1 hit point, so that takes me down to -4.
So -4 times 2. because it's
Okay.
head.
Okay.
Uh,
And there's nothing I can do about it. I have 0 fate points. I have to take a critical to the head.
you need to take critical, but if any of the guys would wish to spend their fate for you, I'm not saying that you should or you have to. Of course, there's this chance. But first, let's see what it will do to the head. Just quickly need to see. It's piercing damage, actually.
It tells me I'm losing an eye at the very least.
Well, -8 is a very high, so
You got 2.
Yeah.
oh, actually, you might survive. Wow.
How many fate do you have, Jason?
I have a lot.
9. Okay.
Like, what's a lot?
4.
I have 3.
Honestly, I feel like it's. I mean, I don't think you guys should save Otto. He's pretty effed up.
All right. What happened was that you managed to avoid the creature's claws and teeth, but one of the spikes stabbed into your face, crumbling your cheekbone and piercing the sinus behind it, opening up your face gruesomely. You are stunned for, just quickly let me roll, 9 turns.
Jesus Christ.
Also pass me, it's after 24 hours, okay. Yeah, and that's that. One of your side of your face is just gone. That's that. You've heard Otto howl in agony, and Cadve, you saw what happened. Franz, of course, is like, he's preparing to leg it. But I believe that was only the first of the hounds.
Correct.
There are other 2. Yeah, so let's see the second hound. Slams into you. You can't really dodge or do anything, so both attacks, normal attack and the spike attack, will go. Oh, by the way, you add yourself an insanity point, please.
Yes.
I believe it's your...
That's 6.
You don't have strong-willed.
Nope.
Roll me willpower.
-20.
Yeah.
Nope.
Okay, if you survive that, you gain another mental insanity. Okay. So, second strike went into your arm, your left arm. Let's see the damage. Jesus Christ. Yeah, that's the thing. When I'm rolling against Sean, I always roll very high on damage table. But when I roll against Jason, it's always very low. I don't know. I think Jason is using hack source.
Yeah.
It's I've got Francisco worships a true god, not some dog.
Oh my god. Yeah, well, so in that case it goes towards your left arm for 12 damage total.
Okay. That would be -7 on my left arm.
Well, in that case you have no choice but to go with the crit once again. Gain yourself another insanity point. By the way, remember guys, when you amass 3 insanities, you are starting a new character. You become completely crazy.
So after you get 6 and you get insanity, it goes back to 0,
Yes.
and now I have 1?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And let's see on the roll. 7, okay. It's arm, piercing, 7, 50. Okay. The creature's claws. We'll roll the spikes in a second. The creature's claws. These things, they look like wolves, you could say, but the claws on their legs are just almost the length of daggers. They tore through your elbow joint, cutting nerves, blood vessels, and ligaments. You are counted as helpless now for let me see, for 4 turns. So not only stunned but just helpless, which is worse. As your lower arm dangles by a few scraps of skin and muscle, gushing blood. Each turn, starting with now, you also must make a toughness test or faint until a successful healing -10 test has been performed on you by someone else, stopping the bleeding with a tourniquet. Until you faint or the flow of blood has stopped, you count as stunned or will to fight, having been taken out of you by the side of your own mangled limb. The arm will have to be amputated. So roll me toughness test, which actually for you might be a very good thing right now if you fail. Oh my god!
Do you want to? Oh, you don't have luck.
you can't reroll successful tests, guys. By the way, just so you know, only failed ones. Sorry. Yeah. So
it doesn't matter. I don't have any luck anyway. So
yeah. Ulrich is strong with you, and despite you seeing your left arm, hanging by a few just skin threads, you are standing straight. That said, your pain-filled mind realizes that if you would fall right now, you might survive, because the creatures, for example, might go after Franz or Francisco. Which, by the way, is one of the more important points of 4th edition. In 4th edition, if an enemy KOs you, it's even stated in the rulebook that they usually don't, finish you off, most cases. At least right now, it's actually a very cool idea. We really should switch to 4th edition at some point. Anyway, there, once again, the spike goes into you. And the spike goes right into the middle of your chest, but it's only strength 1 hit. It's a 10. I mean 10 total, not 10.
Right. So -4 critical.
Another insanity point for you, please.
Jesus.
Help.
My whole strategy changed in this one turn. I started running up and seeing this. Like, oh shit.
Start running away.
Start arrowing everything.
Yeah. Okay, let's see the. Oh my god. -4, right?
Yes.
Okay. So. Okay, it's. Oh, Jesus Christ. The spike from this fiend sliced open your belly. You could swear, Otto, even though you are of course not sure because you are half dead with pain, that the creature cruelly twisted the spike in your wound before withdrawing it, spilling red ruin at your feet. Which means that I need to quickly check the cutting damage to the body. Sorry. Okay. Yeah, here it is. You've spilled your entrails about your feet. Let me see. Okay. Count the turns, Jason. 6 turns, and start counting.
Okay.
You can't do anything anyway, Sean. Even if you weren't stunned or helpless, you'd be able to do nothing except futilely try to stuff your spilled entrails back into your ruined abdomen. In that case, Catvale and Francisco, roll me. Oh no, sorry. You don't have to roll anything. My bad. Okay, yeah. So that's that. Okay, and the final dog, because that was just the second one.
Oh my lord!
And the final dog. Yeah.
As Otto dies, he goes, "Isn't it ironic?"
Is it just a fantasy? the final dog latches onto your left arm. Well, what's left of it? Left. You get that? Yeah. That just occurred to me. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, I think that's that.
Okay.
Yeah, the final dog pounced on you, dropped you to the ground with one of its paws smashing your head into pulp on the destroyed, crushed rocks, as its jaw simply tore away your entire shoulder with your left lung and heart. The spray of viscera is obscene. Otto didn't even scream. He's dead. He was dead before the creature's jaws clasped on his shoulder blade. So after that we have. By the way, Sean, if you want, I can we can like talk your next character through, or I can make you one if you wish to.
Well, I just.
I am honestly thinking about dropping the ban on the Bretonnian Knights.
Yes, Bretonnian Sons of Sigmar.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know where it is right this second, but I had the basis of the character started, so it's just a question of.
Well, because I don't want you to lose today's game, So if you have the basis without even the stats, you could still play.
Okay. While this combat is going, I'll search for it.
Okay. So after the dogs,
do I no longer need to keep count for Otto?
Well,
the number of turns.
Yeah, obviously. Francisco,
he's gone.
You saw what happened, and now it's your turn. You also notice that you are left alone against 6 of these horrible abominations.
Can a couple of them go after France?
Maybe.
All right. Jeez.
Yeah, you're basically like leading at this point. Like, if you decide to run, that's going to dictate what I do next.
Well, I don't think there's running from dogs.
By the way, Francisco and Cadveo, you saw how quick those things were. Francisco, no way in hell he would be able to run away from them. They are simply too fast, inhumanly fast, even.
All right, I want to do, I guess, the parrying stance, and then use my other 2 attacks against.
So you want to make swift attack and save one of your attacks to parry. Okay, yeah, sure.
Yeah. All right.
Remember about your minuses for attacking as well.
Oh, do I need to roll for unsettled?
No, because you've rolled this turn already. Next turn you'll be rolling. So now you also have -10 to weapon skill, -5 from the hunger and fatigue, and additional minus. I don't remember which one, honestly. There are just.
I think it's just those 2.
Okay, so it's -15 total. Okay. So you are striking one of the horrible creatures with your double-handed sword. Roll.
Alright.
Avenge
I missed.
Avenge Otto. Yeah, the blow was clumsy. The creature simply jumped away, but you are trying to follow it with an upward swing. Roll. No.
Nope.
Sorry. 2 drinks of. Oh Jesus. Yeah, it's better.
All right, kill them all, Cadvale.
Second strike, almost connected, but almost is the keyword here. And you are preparing to sell your life dearly. France is running away back into the city screaming. We have a new round. Cadvale, you're up. You saw what happened to Otto. You know that without your aid, there will be no chance in hell, in damnation, that Francisco will get out from this mess alive.
About how far away am I now?
if you want, you can charge them, or you can just shoot.
I want to shoot. I want to like crouch and aim carefully.
Okay. Do you want to shoot into the ones that are fighting with Francisco, or do you want to shoot into the ones that just killed Otto?
I mean, I could take multiple shots, right?
Yes, but only to groups of enemies. So, for example, there are two groups of enemies right now. 3 hounds standing over the corpse of Otto, 3 hounds attacking Francisco. So you can choose which group you want to shoot into.
Kill as many dogs as quickly as you can.
The ones that just killed Otto.
All right, to unlock the achievement. Yeah. Okay, so roll. Shoot. You don't you don't have any minuses, I believe. So just so by the way, you want to shoot 1 each, or all shots go into a single animal?
1 each.
1 each. Excellent. All right.
Yeah.
Start with the first one.
I have a mighty shot and specialist weapon longbow as well.
Well, specialist weapon allows you to use the weapon, essentially. Mighty shot gives you additional damage point when you shoot with a missile weapon. Well, you use missile weapon. I also presume that you have something like
sure shot.
Yeah, sure shot.
It's -1 armor, and then the elf bow is -1 armor.
Well, yeah, I don't think that these things even have armor. Let me just quickly check. Sorry. Yeah, they don't. So.
Rapid reload.
Rapid reload essentially allows you to fire 3 shots per turn.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm about to roll then.
Remember that every second and third shot will be with minus. -10,
Right.
-20. Yeah.
Okay. First shot.
Okay.
Oh my lord.
First arrow swished over one of the animals. Second struck the animal in its hind leg. Roll damage.
+4.
Do you have all the other strike mighties?
I have it's mighty shot, so that's +1 from that.
So +5 total or +4 total?
It's 3 damage from the elf bow.
Okay. Yeah.
3 damage. So,
Yeah, same.
7 damage total.
Yeah, that's why 4th edition is so awesome. Missile weapons there are just incredibly useful. Much more than here. Because elf bow, honestly, except for the -1 AP, I don't see it as that good. Yeah. All right, so one of the animals was struck by your arrow. Total of 7 points. Let's see. Right, it yelped in pain, and then there's the final shot.
-20.
-20.
Okay,
You still managed to strike it. Roll for damage. Nice. That was 13 total. Yeah, the second animal, you saw that that you struck its flank. The arrow went deep. The thing howled in agony. Just gonna roll. Almost. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah, nice, very nice. Now we have the dogs. Who let the dogs out? Who? One of them is chasing Franz. The other 2 are jumping on easy prey. So first of all, Francisco, roll for the unsettling trait.
All right. That is willpower, right?
Yeah, minus with the minus.
Just the 5. All right, cool.
Yeah, you've gathered yourself mainly because you've heard and even saw with the corner of your eye that 2 of the animals shuddered as Cadveil's arrows found them, but they are still alive. You also saw that one of them the one that wasn't struck ran after Franz, while the other two, the wounded two, jumped at you. And we shall start with them. You are completely surrounded by fur, spikes, claws, and teeth. Of course, they're not charging you because they're too close, so I'm just going to roll for weapon skill. That said, they do have a very big advantage because they are 5-1.
Oh my lord.
3-1.
Yeah, 3-1. But I think that this one... wait, 3-1, so... No, because you are fighting with 3, and now 4th approached you. So
Oh, 4th?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you said went after France.
1 ran after France. The other 2 jumped towards you.
Oh, I thought they went after
No.
Cadvale. Alright.
Unfortunately not. That said, you've quickly smashed the animal with the heel of your boot. It flew away from you, yelping. It fell to the ground. And it fell in such a way that the arrow that it was struck with went deeper and probably punctured something important. The dog, well, the monster, honestly, vomited blood and soiled itself and then died.
That's good.
Nice. Second one. Unfortunately, its comrade is trying to go for your arm. Are you going to parry or dodge?
I shall parry. Sorry, dodge.
So it's minus 10, minus 15 total.
Well,
Minus 10 from your mail,
correct.
minus
Correct.
5 from the hunger and fatigue.
Yep.
Nice.
Alright, deal.
But once again, roll me agility because the spikes go in.
Alright.
No.
Yes. It's
Min-
minus 10 only, right?
Minus no, because you have mail and you are hungry / fatigued.
Yes.
So
That's
minus.
Well, that's just a minus 10, and I
No,
rolled-
it's minus 15. You are rolling
Oh,
agility.
minus-
You are rolling agility in your mail, and you have additional.
I keep thinking male is 5, not 10.
No,
Sorry.
it's 10. Yeah, it's 10.
Alright.
So unfortunately, you didn't pass. You almost passed. So
Yeah.
you managed to avoid the claws and teeth, but one of the spikes nicked you, and I'm going to see where. Into the, I think 53 is still arm, I believe. It's right arm, but it's only strength 1 hit. So, it's 11 total.
Oh.
Yeah, it didn't nick you as much as it simply punctured your right arm.
Alright, well, there's 8 there, so that brings it down to 3. So I have 1. I go back to 1 hit point, right?
You don't. You go back to 1 after the fight. When you are in the fight, you're on 0. You're on 0.
So I'm minus 3.
You want burn fate. You want to keep fighting.
Minus 3 isn't terrible, is it?
No, it's not.
I'll take the hit.
Grant yourself an insanity point. And now
Okay.
I shall roll and see. Yeah, you'll be fine. Almost certainly. Minus 3, 49. 7, it's puncture damage. Just need to, yeah. Oops. Yeah, 7, sorry. And it was arm, your right arm.
Mm-hmm.
The spike impaled your forearm, lodging between the radius and ulna, the long bones of the forearm, lacerating the muscles controlling several fingers as the animal yanked it out in preparation for its next blow. Anything held in that hand is dropped, and you are stunned until you can pass a challenging minus 10 toughness test. Also, you cannot use your arm until your wounds characteristic is fully restored. Afterwards, you will suffer a penalty of -10 to any weapon skill tests, as well as any tests requiring fine manipulation made with that hand due to not being able to flex your fingers properly. Successful magical healing removes this penalty, only magical healing. Alternatively, alternatively, which of course applies here, a successful hard -20% heal test with the surgery talent will manage to stitch back enough of your muscles and tendons to have that penalty. So, first of all, yeah, that's what happened. Roll me -10 toughness
terrible.
test. Yeah, it was pretty bad. Roll me -10 toughness test.
I'll roll.
-15 tough. Oh, it's a botch.
Yeah, I'll use a luck.
Okay.
No, I won't.
Oh, it's 88. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my lord!
Right. So, what just happened? Calveo, you saw that. Francisco dodged the claws and teeth of the horrible animal. One of those that you've managed to strike with an arrow, but one of the creature's hind spikes simply impaled him through the forearm. Francisco yelled in agony as he dropped Montante to the ground, and when the creature tore the spike from the forearm, it also destroyed a huge portion of the armor that was covering the Blade Master's arm. So, by the way, Jason, you have now -1 point, -1 armor point on your right arm.
Okay.
Because it's in tatters, and you are stunned. You can't do anything. You are also treated, for the purposes of the game, as defenseless because you don't have any weapon in your hand. And you see Cadveo with this, horrid fascination that the rest of the beasts just pounce on Francisco and begin to strike, bite, and just slash at him with everything they have. So one of the, let's see how this will go. Yeah, you are defenseless, so I think they still managed to do the damage. Besides this, there's like 4-1, 3-1. Sorry, no 4-1. So it's like +3. Just. Oops. Yeah. Okay. Where's the? I think just that when you're defenseless, the strikes are plus like 30 or something. So ironically, this thing still managed to miss. That's good. That's good, but the spikes are coming in. D100 to see where the location will be. Chest and the D10 roll. 8 to the chest, so I don't think that anything goes through.
Nope.
All right. Yeah, the second animal tried, jumped on you, but your armor and your inner strength are serving you well. They are keeping the worst of the claws and teeth at bay. Another of the fiends also managed to miss you. Nice. And let's. Oh, sorry. This row does not count, by the way, because it's 10. Yeah, see, that would be very bad for you, Jason, but I forgot to roll where you'd be hit. So first I'm going to roll for the spike. Your arm, I think it's left. I don't think I have the... Ah, it's here. Yeah, left arm. And now D10, let's see. Nothing, because I've rolled a 1. And the final animal. Yeah, this one managed to hit. Oh, I see that. Roll is actually making funny things.
It's a little delayed.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, so the final animal managed to clasp its jaws on your arm. Let's see the damage. It's 3. It's total of 7. But this is your. So just so you know, this is your 27. This is your left arm. So it's not the damaged one.
All right.
So
is it? I need to put a note. So it's -1
to your right
to
arm.
just the right arm.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah. So the claws did nothing, but now the spikes go in, and the spikes are more dangerous. The spikes go towards your right arm this time. No, still towards your left arm. It's 35 and 36 is. Yeah. So it's fortunately still your left arm. And now let's see the damage. 11 total. The spikes are more dangerous, swear to God. So I think you're once again on -3.
Yep.
You want to burn or you want to keep fighting?
Burn to what? Pass out?
Yeah, and probably lose something along the way.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to
That
do
might be
that.
the best way to go.
Alright.
Yeah.
Alright, so give yourself additional insanity point. Because when you burn fate like that, you gain additional insanity point. How much do you have right now?
3 insanity.
Okay. And remove your entire armor from yourself.
All of it?
Yeah, because the beast simply jumped on you and began to tear you to shreds. That said, you managed to survive, and afterwards, you don't know how, except you know that your face is all scratched and torn and bitten. But it was because of your armor you managed to survive. Although it's been you know what I mean. What's the word?
Irreparably?
Irreparably.
Irreparably.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's hard for us too.
Yeah, irreparably. I can't even speak the R letter. That's the thing. I have problem with that. Irreparably destroyed.
Okay.
That said, yeah. So.
Um,
by the way, sorry. The last Cadveil, you saw that the last hound pounced on Franz and simply ended his life. Not far from you. So.
what was the arm wound?
The arm wound. You mean?
So it's I need to record all that. It's useless, right? Unless it's magic.
No, it's not useless per se. I mean, it is. You can't use this arm until your entire wounds will be fully restored, and afterward, you suffer a penalty of -10% to any weapon skill tests, as well as any tests requiring fine manipulation, unless someone will magically heal it, or make a -20% heal test with the surgery talent, which is very rare, by the way, to stitch back enough muscles and tendons to halve that penalty. So it won't even go away if someone will not use magic. It will mean that you simply have a permanent -5% to your weapon skill tests and any tests requiring fine manipulation with your right arm, which is, I believe, your main arm. You are not left-handed, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So wait, is it -5 until magically healed?
No,
Or minus.
until you'll be healed completely, like your wounds will be healed completely. You can't even use that arm. It's impossible.
Yes, I know.
And after you'll be magically healed, let me see. Afterwards, unless you'll be magically healed, you gain -10% to any weapon skill tests and fine manipulation tests. And if instead of magic you'll be healed with a heal test, -20% with the surgery talent, you gain a -5% to weapon skill tests and fine manipulation tests.
Okay.
Yeah. New round. Cadveil. You saw what happened. You see 3 of the horrible creatures just jumping on Francisco and, in a frenzy of snapping jaws and slashing claws, they just go to town on him. You are still fairly concealed. You also noticed that one of the animals is dead, as Francisco kicked it away and it landed on your arrow, and the other one is, just finished tearing throat tearing Franz's throat. out. What are you going to do?
If they don't see me, I'm gonna stay hidden.
All right.
Creep away very slowly.
So you want to stay hidden or you want to sneak? Because that's not the same thing.
I guess it doesn't matter, doesn't it? It's both testing on agility though, right?
Yes.
Okay, I will. I want to sneak away.
Roll me sneak test, and it's a counter test. So let's see. Okay, you've passed. Very nice. You've passed. All right. You've moved away from the horrible scene of the carnage, and you are moving. Do you want to move away, like away, or do you want to just move away from the battle and then eventually return?
I'll eventually return. But yeah, I just want to get away from immediate danger so they don't see me.
Okay, very well. It took about 20 minutes more as you were listening from your hiding spot in between, a few huge blocks of rubble. But eventually the horrible abominations, the beastkin herd dogs moved away from the bodies of your comrades and from the bodies of poor Franz. And so you, I presume, return.
Yeah.
All right.
See if anybody's still alive.
Well, Franz is practically, Franz and Otto, they've been devoured. And, anything they had, their backpacks, even their armor, stuff like that, it has been mangled, crushed, destroyed. Those beasts didn't care that they were chomping on metal. They were so frenzied in their gluttony and atavistic fury that they simply chewed everything. You never saw anything like that. You only heard stories. That said, you see that Francisco is almost in the same shape. He's like this mangled piece of meat, but you think that you can see his right arm, which by the way has been horribly gored by one of the spikes, twitching. And only after a split second you can hear the man's mewling. Quiet mewling. He's still alive.
I killed all the Chaos Hounds. You're safe.
He's not. He's still alive.
I'm kidding. I don't actually say that.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's. Of course, he won't be able to walk. You'll have to carry him if you want to carry him from the city.
Yeah. I'm gonna check Otto's belongings.
I've said, there's nothing left.
Okay, then yeah, I'm gonna throw a Francisco over my shoulder and walk back into camp with him.
Yeah. You move quickly towards the gap in the wall. You're not sure how far the beasts went, and from your encounters with beastmen, you know that they are never sated. They are always hungry, and even if they aren't, they just kill for the pleasure of killing. So you have to move quickly.
If Francisco's awake, I'm gonna whisper to him to stay quiet.
Francisco is like stuff like that. Eventually you exit Wolfenburg and almost immediately enter the squalid mess of the Crusade of the Child. The horrible stench, the horrible, disgusting miasma. Oh, by the way, roll me for 2 separate toughness tests with -5. Brian.
-5?
Yeah, from the hunger fatigue. Nice. Very nice. Cool. Awesome. Right. When you've entered, in between the tents, which by the way, most people just move out of your way, but none of them want to help you. They don't really. For people here, this sort of thing is rather not normal, natural. Death, misery, suffering. So you are walking through this squalor with your comrade on your back, just trying to avoid the puddles of excrement and, trying to avoid crusaders who just suddenly appear in your way. There is the question forming in your mind: where to next?
I need to get Francisco back to our camp. We need to.
All right. So you are going back to your camp.
Yeah.
Okay. By the way, Sean, have you found the character or not? Not yet.
Yes, I have, and I've been working on him while.
Is it a priest of Shyla?
No, he actually started out as a watchman, and he's gonna be a judicial champion, if not some other kind of champion.
Yeah.
When I get to it.
That's a good call.
He's not gonna heal you, but he's gonna kick the shit out of whoever did this to you.
Okay. Nice. Brian, if you are taking Francisco to your camp, I would like for you to make me another set of rolls, just like before, but only one set of rolls. -5, sorry.
Toughness again?
Mm-hmm. Okay. So the first was a botch. The second...
I'm all out of luck.
Yeah, the second one passed. Okay.
Are you so lost without you?
Okay. You eventually, after a good hour of walking from the outskirts of the city, or rather, from the edges of the crusade, no joke, after an hour of walking, you eventually reach your camp. And to your dismay, you see that it has been ransacked.
Does the tent still stand at least?
The tent is still serviceable. It does not stand. You see that someone, although you have a pretty good idea of who it was, took all of the food. And if you guys left anything here, I don't know if you did, then it's also been taken.
Who do I think it was?
Crusaders.
But I don't know. I don't know. Like
no, but you
okay.
But you did have food here. Excuse me. So remind me, guys. Did any of you left anything here?
Yeah, all our food.
Except for food.
No, I didn't really. I don't think any of us really had possessions. We just came out of the woods, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think Otto had anything except for what he was carrying on him anyway.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Yeah. So the food is gone, and that's worrying for you. Yeah. Francisco is essentially recovering already. So you can probably just sit him down. Francisco, you don't really feel your right arm. You only feel pain there.
Okay.
Sean,
I'm gonna give him.
Yeah, sorry.
Actually, I don't think I have heal with this character, do I?
No, I don't think that.
I don't have heal.
Yeah. Sean, for convenience
Yes.
sakes, tell me your character's name.
His name is Conrad Oldenhaller.
Oh, like the old from Oldenhauer contract. Very nice. Cool.
No, it was generated for me. I don't know.
Comes from a proud family and known with some deep, dark secrets.
Yeah. They were looking for some rain.
He's an Ostlander.
Oh, nice. So he's from around here somewhere, probably.
Yes, he's from a small, or what is a prosperous town, I think it said. Yes, Ostland. prosperous town.
There are no more prosperous towns in Ostland, as the province has been devastated. Anyway, Conrad, you've been sent here by the Inner Circle to aid Cadveil and his comrades, mainly because, of course, only you know that, and I'm going to tell you this right now, but naturally, like I said, only you know that. The Inner Circle does not completely trust Cadveil because he's an elf, and the newcomers because they're outsiders. And you've been with the crusade for some time. You are Ostlander, you are human, and naturally you are under the sway of the child. I don't need to tell you that.
Right.
And you have distinguished yourself. How? It's up to you. You can, write it later in your story. So anyway, you emerge from the city of tents to see, you guess it's an elf, sitting down a horribly mauled man on the ground in their ransacked encampment. Something bad happened here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I put my tent back up, I guess.
Okay.
Fix it.
Can you type out your character's name in the chat so I can put it on the net?
Oh, by the way, just
Sure.
asking, did anyone took Montante?
I did not.
I checked for Otto's belongings.
Yeah, so you would probably pick sword.
Yeah, I
sword.
want to make sure
Yeah,
we're more
sure,
deep in it.
sure. Guys, even if you would say that you forgot, of course, I would say that you did, but remember about these things in the future. They might be important. But yeah, of course, the sword of Francisco is with you. Cadveil, naturally. It's it's in much better shape than his armor, or much better shape than Francisco himself. But fortunately, yeah, it's still with you. Right. So, Cadveil, as you are, trying to set your tent back up, you see that a man is approaching you. Conrad, describe yourself.
Conrad is medium height, pretty skinny, very young looking, blonde hair, green eyes, and I don't know what he's.
So I mean,
I don't know what he's wearing.
Since you'll be a judical champion, I presume even with the 75% of your current XP, you'll probably reach this career.
Yeah.
I guess that you have a lot of weapons on you, so let's just say that he's heavily armed and armored.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So that's that. Francisco, you also see him.
Okay, I'm conscious again.
Yeah, you are conscious.
Okay.
You're just in horrible pain.
All right.
I make sure to I propped up Francisco's sword and I put his hand on the handle so he has a sword if he's out of it.
Montante is still with you, Francisco.
Okay. Are my other sidearms with me?
Which sidearms did you had?
Just a dagger and a main Gucci. Goosh.
I'm going to roll for those.
Gucci.
Because
Gucci, it's a Gucci.
Because remember that all of your water flasks.
Yeah. My Gucci sunglasses.
150. You retain main gauche. Nope, it's been snapped by one of the creature's powerful legs. 150. You retain your dagger. Unfortunately, not.
All right. Don't have to worry about those.
Yeah.
I only need a one-handed weapon.
Yeah, because you can use Montante right now. You can use your right arm, and it's a double-handed weapon. So, Conrad, you see the the sight that's greeting you. You've been told about Cadveil and the two new Crusaders. Templars of the Child. You are one of them as well. You've distinguished yourself somehow. I would like for you, Sean, to include this in your story. Why are you Templar of Child? How did you become, one of the Templars? What was your story? Stuff like that. Okay.
Yes.
cool. You see that the elf is in pretty good condition. He's a bit dirty, covered in soot and dust of the dead city. But the other man, you think that it's the Estalian. He looks as if he should honestly be dead. So.
Yes. Say, Brother Cadfal. I forget the guy's name. Father so and so. Yeah. Yes, Father Helmet sent me to look in upon you fellows. I've been searching for you all day. Where have you been? What happened?
I just kind of shake my head, looking exhausted, and
where?
ask him if he has any food.
You have your rations with you.
Yes, I don't have much, but here, take some. No, thanks, bud.
Francisco says, it seems you thoroughly searched our camp, which has obviously been flipped and looted.
It wasn't like this when I was here earlier.
Francisco kind of painfully chuckles to himself.
No, it wasn't us. It was the warriors.
As we're talking, I'm still putting the tent up.
Yeah, you've put it up. It's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like leveling the pictures on the tent wall and stuff.
Something like that. Yeah. So.
Holding a broken pane on a frame, wiping it clear, looking at his family.
Live, laugh, love framed picture.
Yeah. Memories, class of 02.
Yeah, so I'm chowing down, I guess, on whatever rations, and I'm sure.
So my question to Conrad: how much rations do you give him? Give them, actually.
I will. Whatever I have, I will give them 2/3 of it.
Okay, so let's say that this were your 7 days of rations, so 2/3 of the 7 days are now gone. But you've given them, given your rations to probably your new comrades, you guess. Hard to tell if that will be the case.
I'll only accept what I need to eat right now. Like I'm not gonna take all his food.
Oh,
he's in my good graces. So what brings you here?
Real quick, the only other trappings I really had on me was a healing draught and spirits good quality. If you wanted to roll for those,
yeah, I think we should.
One is definitely relevant.
150 for the healing draught. It's smashed. 150 for the spirits. It's also smashed. So you also smell of strong alcohol. Good thing that the spirits were smashed, because probably the strong alcohol cleared your wounds a bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, Conrad, you are shocked to see what's happened. You are also told that there would be a third man, an Urican, or ex-Urican, Father Helmut told you, of course, named Otto, but he's nowhere to be seen.
Yes, wasn't there a third with you? What happened to him?
I don't answer.
He fell to the blasted dogs that turned me into shredded meat.
Wow, that's ironic. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You almost look a bit like him.
But with hair. Yeah.
What? What? So where were you guys? What were you doing?
I kind of furrow.
Where
brow
are we
at him.
in this adventure?
Sorry, Cadveo, come again?
I kind of furrow a brow at him, like, well, who are you?
Well, he told you that before. Helmut sent him. He is one of the Templars. Just like you. You see that he even has the same tabard that you... Well, now only you have, Cadveo. The tabard that marks him as one of the Templars of the Child, the Chosen of Carl.
I'm gonna show him the wine skin and say that someone in the camp was poisoned, and we've been following leads in the city. One of us didn't make it.
What did you find out about this wineskin?
I kind of look around cautiously.
There is no one here. You guys live on the outskirts of the Crusade.
There's 3 possibilities from what I understand. I look at Francisco.
I believe that no one here knows how to read or write.
Well, if I remember correctly, one was a brother Marcus, who was from the Order of the Veil. Let me know if any of this sounds
Splitters.
familiar to you.
A tough-looking man from the Crusade with a blue belt.
His name was Carl. Carl Franz.
Carl
Carl
Franz.
You know that Karl Franz is very unpopular here in the Crusade.
Oh.
Carl Franz.
Fuck Karl Franz.
Leopold.
More like Karl Schwanz.
I'm trying to think of the leader of Estalia.
Is there one? I mean, officially.
No, it's
The one that
city
like
states after that.
who's the guy who like there was a joke he carried on the same persona of the knight who went after the windmill.
Oh, okay. The Don Quixote.
Don Quixote.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
He's got a name. Yeah, there's a couple leaders of Estalia, I think.
Okay.
Anyway, and then the third one, he's what was his name?
Dieter van Dorf.
Oh yeah. I'm role playing my character, but
Sorry.
Dieter van Dorf. I think those were the only 3 leads that I'm aware of, or what we were able to get out of the man who sold the poison.
And then somebody let the dogs out.
Who?
There's different people around. Who?
You suddenly hear, friends, well met. Actually, only you recognize that Cadvale and Francisco. You see that a young man approaches your camp. He is haggard looking, but his Sigmarite robes still clearly mark him as one of the priests. It's Nils, the same young man who greeted you to the crusade, who told you that he had a vision of you. I had to find you, friends. Welcome. What happened? I had this horrible feel that something bad happened to you.
Well, it did.
Where's Otto, the fair Hurricane?
He died, ironically.
May the wolf god welcome him into his house of glory. Though he was an Hurricane, he was still a good man. He looks at you, Conrad, and he looks at your tabard. I don't want any trouble, Miner. By the way, Conrad, you know that Nils is no longer welcome in the inner circle after falling out with Father Johannes. Though you never really knew the young man, you only heard about him. I just came here to offer my aid to these people. They are good souls.
Yes, I believe. Can you do anything for our brother Francisco here?
These wounds look horrible. I can try. I won't be able to do anything about the arm, that's for sure. Unless Nils has surgery, I need to quickly check it.
He can magically heal it, right? He's a priest.
No, he's not. He's a priest. He's not a special priest. No, he doesn't have surgery, unfortunately. But you see that he has his medic back with him. I can take a look at these wounds you have, Signor Francisco. He says with appalling Estalian accent, by the way. It's like Buenos dias.
Yeah.
Quesadilla.
Yeah, quesadilla tortilla chips.
El Taco Senor.
Yeah.
Her favor.
Oh my god.
Hombre.
Buenos nachos.
Yes, buenos nachos.
Which unironically, I once heard someone saying that, thinking that was Buenos noches, which I believe is a legitimate phrase in Hispanic.
Buenos noches just means good night. Yeah.
Yeah, and I heard someone say Buenos nachos, and they thought that they were, speaking it right, which was kind of funny. Yeah, but a few times when I went to Mexican restaurant or Hispanic restaurant, I too said things like that. So I'm not even going to make fun of that.
If you go to a restaurant, you might actually be saying, good nachos. So.
Well, yeah, that's so anyway, Nils, with his horrible, like as I said before, Italian accent, Nils, Niels, right next to you.
Yeah, what does
Francisco.
he do?
Niels, right next to you, opens the bag and starts to apply.
On his knees?
Yes, on your knees. And starts to apply salves and bandages to your wounds. So I'm going to roll for him. He has bonus. So let's see for how many.
Oh, that's right. He tried that last time and
you are now on 3 hit points because
just 3. All right.
Yeah. Actually, you know what? I'm going to use his 1 luck point to reroll the number. That's what the hell. You're on 2. Okay. Sorry. Yeah.
He wasn't very successful last time he did this.
Yeah.
I just want to play.
Madre Dios.
Yeah.
Yes, he did do his best, but you guys can see that the young man is clearly out of his element. He was probably used to, treating light wounds at best, and Francisco is one huge walking wound right now. My friends, he addresses you.
Does he heal 2 or am I at 2?
You are at 2.
Okay.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
Yeah, it's fine. I wasn't sure if it was Alright.
He healed 2 before I rerolled it, which I'm pretty sure is illegal for the usage of luck, but I think we can house rule it so that we can reroll the amount of hit points healed. I think it's a good house rule.
Okay.
It will be.
You're the GM.
Well, I mean, it's beneficial for you guys, so.
Yeah. Except for this case.
Well, yes. Remember, one more is better than none, right? My friends, he says, I had a vision once again. Heldenhammer appeared before me, and now I know I need to help you in your endeavor. If I'll be of any assistance to you, you can count on me.
Your best. keep us in fighting condition would be very helpful. I appreciate your help now.
Of course, if you want my help. He looks uneasily at you, Conrad, and at your tabard.
Yes, it appears that I have been assigned to help these brothers, and they are in need of more help than I alone can give. We would be thankful. Praise be to Carl for your assistance.
When you said that, you see that he grimaced slightly. Yes, praise be. That said, your name is Sir?
Oh, that's right. He doesn't know me. I am Conrad Oldenhaller.
Yes.
Pleased to make your acquaintance.
I'm Nils Freiborg, servant of our most holy Lord Sigmar. I presume that you come from the inner circle. I would ask you to not tell them, assuming that you will speak with them again, about my involvement. As you probably know, I am no longer welcome there, but I feel that I must do my duty to Sigmar, to the Comet, and to this fine people here, to this brave elf and this brave Estalian, and to you. But if you will tell them about my involvement, it might end badly for all of us. And for Carl, he says, after a split second of hesitation. Will you...
Yes.
Thank you. Now, if you wish, we can go to my tent. It's bigger, and it's it's in the middle of the crusade, but people know that it is a shrine to Sigmar, so they probably won't loot it like this one.
Sounds good. Let's go.
Francis, who rolls over and gathers his only item that he has remaining, except for his tattered clothes,
Right.
and with one hand, kind of slings it on his shoulder.
Right. Okay.
I'm gonna ask,
Nils?
not Niels. I want to ask, the two who are still wielding weapons. I'm guessing Niels is unarmed, but
He is armed, actually. He has a staff, and he has... just let me quickly see. No, sorry. He has a staff and a dagger.
okay. I'm gonna, after clumsily shouldering his montante, he's gonna ask Cadvale if I'm gonna need another weapon. I'm not gonna be able to wield this very well with my arm mangled.
I nod and don't say anything. You assume I'll keep my eye out for something.
Okay. Well, that's...
I kind of look at our newcomer, braced with I don't know how many weapons.
probably quite a lot.
Yeah, I was like, I took all of this. Well, I guess judging by the picture, I have a two-handed axe for lopping heads off.
Okay.
And
it should say in the. Does it not say your trappings?
Sean didn't finish his character, I believe. And remember, guys, that you gain when you start the game, you have all of the trappings of your first career, like the first career ever. But only after you finish your next career completely, including spending 100 points for switching, to your third career, so to speak, or fourth or stuff like that, that you gain all of your trappings. If during the character creation, if for example Sean would finish his character creation in the middle of the Judico champion, he doesn't have any single piece of the equipment from that profession.
Oh, he has everything from the previous,
yes.
right?
Of course, sometimes the gear might multiply, right? So, for example, I mean, you never like gain additional unless it's stated. You never gain additional starting kit like hand weapon, dagger, stuff like that, unless one of your carriers says that you do. But other than that, when you, for example, when you are stuck in the middle of your like second or third career, you don't have the gear. You have to complete it, and then you can switch to your next career.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so then I have whatever the gear for the sergeant is. So I have a shield and a sword.
If you have a sergeant, I even have like the rule book in front of me, so I can quickly tell you.
Yeah, I have it. I'm downstairs right now. I had it open upstairs.
Yeah, you had what was the? You had a previous career, Sean?
I went from watchman to sergeant to judicial champion.
Okay, so for example, you have full mail and a shield, and if you were a watchman, so just let me quickly see. So you'll be able to know what.
I think I just had like a dagger and a hand weapon.
It's not super important. It was just kind of like.
Well, I mean, Watchman, for example, has a lamp, which is important for you guys, very important. You have a flask of oil. You have light armor, and in that case, Sean, you have a hand weapon and a dagger. So, but of course, you will finish your character next time. So I presume that you'll be able to afford double-handed weapon if you wish to. Although I would be cautious about using double-handed weapons here, guys. As you could see, they are temperamental.
Yeah, well, the sword and shield is a good option, I think, for now.
Okay. Okay, so sword and shield.
But anyway, yeah. So let's just say obviously for now that is what I have because I haven't completed judicial champion yet.
Francisco might be dozing off into a weakened sleep here in a minute.
Okay, yeah. So you are, in that case, held by Nils. You are making your way to his tent in the middle of the crusade. I'm going to mark it later. People move out of your way. Even the tough, burly crusaders who are normally form gangs, various gangs here. They move out of your way because, first of all, they see that you are Templars of the Child, and second of all, there is a cleric of Sigmar walking with you, so people are mostly respectful about that. In the middle of this horrible crusade of all the filth and shit and despair and misery, you find this young man's tent.
And it's looted. Damn it!
No,
and there's candy inside.
I mean, when you say that a guy has a tent, it means that it's sorry. No, it's not looted. Of course, it's not looted. The tent is big. It was white, but now it's stained brown from using the elements. Nils ducks inside and then turns to lift the flap to allow you to follow. The interior is dark and smoky, pregnant with the smell of incense. You see that there is a small shrine to Sigmar standing towards the back, and damp rust, red rocks cover the floor. Nils, it's clear that he just sleeps on the ground. Nothing too fancy here. But of course he tells you to get comfortable. Yeah. Which I presume that you do.
Yes.
Yep.
Alright. Jason, how much time do you have left? I presume none.
Not much, so yeah, if I can go into a sleep.
Okay, so let's very
carry
quickly do one thing in that case. Is everyone cool with 28th of June?
I believe so.
Yeah, let me look at my
With the
calendar.
what?
28th of June, yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Heck, oh, there it is. What did I do with my phone? Oops. Okay. I may not be able to do the 28th because it's my wife is taking off some time for her birthday over that weekend, and I think I would get the death glare. If
Yeah.
I
Okay.
played a game on that day.
Okay, so let's not risk it in that case. No worries. But in that case, tell me about any other potential dates.
Well, I can't speak for you guys. I mean, we're not doing anything for the 4th of July weekend, so that would be.
I mean, I don't know how things look at on your side, but I'm not only like stuck with the weekends or with Sundays. I can do Saturday, I can do Friday, stuff like that. I just need to know earlier so I can plan my timeline accordingly, right? So,
yeah, it's just that weekend of the 27th, 28th. Okay. We've got plans, so
yeah. So that weekend is off.
Don't want to risk
sure. But what about, for example, I don't know, Friday 26, Thursday 25, or I don't know, maybe next weekend, or if that's just too problematic, then we can switch to the 5th of July.
I can do other days.
I might be able to do a Thursday. It would have to start later because I'll work. I'll be getting home about this time, so that's probably way too late for you.
No, it's not. That's really not.
No.
No.
If we start around this time on Thursday,
it's no problem.
That's an option for me that I can do, and I could probably do that most weeks. Just having a little bit of a heads up.
Okay. What about the rest of you guys? We are talking, of course, about 25th in that case.
Yeah, the 25th is her actual birthday.
Okay, so no go. Sure. Well, what about I don't know. What about next week, or in that case, just 4th or 5th of July?
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty much good anytime. Really.
I'm good for next week if you guys want.
Okay, but in that case, would you be cool if next week we'd play on 21st? Yeah, so it's normally on Sunday. Yeah, Sunday.
Next Sunday.
Yeah.
I think that would work for me.
Yeah, I can.
Starting a little earlier.
Yeah, I would like for us to start earlier. If that's okay with you guys.
Yeah. Now, next Sunday I could probably play later, but if we want to just start a more consistent half hour earlier would be better for me, just in general.
Yeah. Why don't we just do that? So start at a half hour before the normal time.
Yeah, if it will be half hour before our normal time, then I think it will work. So let's schedule our next game for next Sunday, half an hour before our standard time.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome.
All right.
In that case, Jason, thanks for the game, man. See you later.
All right. And
just in case, I can spend your luck points normally, right?
Yes, I have. Well, I guess I have one extra. Well, let's see. I used 2.
Yeah.
I lost a fate. I'm at 3 fates now, so I think I have 1 left. Unless I have 2 left, depending on when.
You have 1 left because when you lose a fate, you also lose that luck.
Yeah, but okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I have 1 left.
So you have 1 luck left. Okay, very well.
Today.
Okay.
Yep.
So thanks, Jason. See you later, man.
All right, thank you.
Yeah.
As far as any notes, I'll post what I have probably later tonight. But if any important stuff comes up, if somebody could just keep track and I can add them to the notes.
Sure.
Yeah,
okay.
I can take over note taking for the rest of the session.
Thanks, Sean. Thanks, much appreciated.
Yeah,
no problem.
Yeah.
I need to step away from the computer for a second. I gotta go to the bathroom, and I don't want to take you guys in there with
Yeah,
me.
I also need to take a
You guys
quick.
want to take a break?
Yeah, but just
Yeah.
a few minutes, and we'll be back. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
All right.
a few minutes.
Okay.
All right, thanks, guys. Bye.
Bye
All
bye.
right,
See you, Jason.
Take care, Jack.
I'm back. Everyone's here.
I'm here.
I'm here.
I haven't
Yeah.
heard Sean yet.
Yeah,
Yep.
Sean's here. Cool. Right, guys. So we're back. You are sitting in the interior of Neil's tent. You know what? I'm going to actually.
What was your character's name, Sean? Boris Bogenhofen?
No.
Konrad Bogenhafen.
Okay.
No. Oldenhaller.
Oh, Oldenhaller. Oh, yeah.
Bogenhofen? Wrong adventure book.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So, and Nils is, opening a small trunk that he has in the tent and producing some foodstuffs, preserved meat, stringy cheese, some half stale bread, stuff like that, dried vegetables. He offers it to you. Please eat. I would not have good people starve.
I'm gonna eat some more, I suppose. But only if I'm hungry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, brother. So
I also want to make sure that the tent flap is closed so nobody sees the food.
Yeah. The tent's flap is indeed closed.
Okay.
we're at the blue X right now.
Yeah.
Okay, there I see it.
Yeah.
Says it now.
Yeah. No stand. See it? See it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah. Sorry for that. Just okay. Yeah, that's good. Cool. So you are sitting there. Francisco is looking a bit better, especially after he chows down some food. Nils looks at you with this stare of a man who puts a lot of faith in others. So, Catvale, Conrad, Francisco, as I've said before, I am at your service. I want to help.
Well, you could start by saying a prayer for our fallen comrade.
Yes. I will actually, and he shuffles towards the small altar to Sigmar, produces a small candle, almost already half burned, but you know that he just doesn't have any new ones, and lights it. I will light a candle in his name. May his God welcome him into the afterlife, and may his deeds be remembered. And you saw that he made a sign of the comet. He then returned. By the way, you can only sit here on the ground on damp rags that are covering the entire ground. If you have any sleeping bags, or if you have blankets, then you probably just sleep under them on said rags. So, where to next, Catvale? He asks you. I heard from some people, he says, looking still uneasily at you, Conrad, that you are supposed to be the leader here. Which, by the way, Conrad, you were also told this, that Catvale is, at least for now, he's in control, unless he slips. Then
Yes.
you can take over.
Carl with a mean demeanor and a blue belt. Has anyone seen anyone around camp like that?
Blue Belt? You mean
Yeah.
the Blue Belt's faction?
Would I know about that?
Roll me for intelligence.
Okay.
No, you didn't heard about that. The
Blue Belt's faction.
Yes, They preach the supremacy of Karo's divine heritage over all other claimants and faiths. From what I've heard, they are named for the dyed leather belts that all of their members wear. They are religious cultists of the most intense sort, intolerant, surly, and fanatical. They are also extorting a lot of goods from people here, saying that they confiscate them from those who do not measure up to their exacting standards. I believe their compound is it's near one of the walls, one of the destroyed Wolfenburg walls. What? Why are you interested in them? Cadvale?
One of the men, presumably from that camp with the blue belt and a mean demeanor, named Carl, purchased some poison, which then poisoned someone in the camp.
I see. Let's see. Poison. Well, I wouldn't put it past people like blue belts, you know. Although they are, I think they are much more, brutal than cunning. And poison is a weapon of assassins, not thugs.
There was a surviving son of the victim that might know something that happened with the blue belts prior to this.
Is this the only lead that you have?
Well, there's two others. There's Marcus and Dieter.
Marcus?
Yeah.
Marcus who?
I don't remember the last name.
They didn't give one.
Yeah, it's just Brother Marcus of the Order of the Veil.
Okay. Brother Marcus of the Order of the Veil.
Oh, I know them. Well, not personally, but yes, they are quiet and contemplative monks. They wander among the crusades, spreading comfort where they can, and they even share their food with other people. Marcus leads them. He's a very good man. From what I understand, they have some kind of relic in their possession that they present every day during the service at noon. Short distance from the boys' compound, actually. The services attract many of the poorer members of the crusade who seek to see the relic and to take away the 3 morsels of food handed out at the ceremony's end. So at least that's that. Let me tell you, they are certainly much better people than these thugs, the blue belts.
But they're buying poison from a alchemist.
Well, I can't believe that such a good man as Brother Marcus would wish to poison anybody. I can believe that. The man is selflessly helping others in this cesspit. Excuse me, and he looks at you, Conrad. It's clear that he's still wary around you. I meant not, of course, where the boy is, but let's be honest, Crusade of the Child is not exactly a nice place to be, right?
Yes, it is. It is pretty squalid here.
Yes.
We must continue to move.
Well, yes. I guess that soon we will move again, right? From what I've gathered, the child wants to go to Kislev. We are not far from our destination. Ostland borders the realm of the Ice Queen. And who's the third one?
Dieter.
Dieter who?
You gotta scroll up.
Yes.
Dieter Van Dorf. Out of character, like Dieter Van Dorf, his name was.
Dieter Van Dorf.
Never heard of him. Sounds like nobility. Not many nobles here in the Crusade. Most of them are in their inner circle. I don't know. I've heard about the Blue Belts, nasty bunch of bastards. May Sigmar excuse my language, says the tired-looking young man who coughs slightly. I've heard about the Order of the Veil and Brother Marcus. They are devout and good people. Servants of the Hammer. About that Van Dorf fellow, I haven't heard anything. I don't know.
I look at Conrad to see if the name rings a bell with him.
Conrad, you can roll for
Okay.
for Van Dorf if you wish to.
Okay.
I guess you don't have 60 intelligence.
No, it would be a 42.
Oh, that's still high for a,
Peasant.
No, I mean for a militant career.
Yeah.
Okay. In that case, you see that
Common
Conrad.
knowledge crusade.
Yeah, I see that Conrad does not know anything about Dieter Van Dorf, unfortunately. Francisco looks at you, Vale. So where should we go then? I mean,
When does the Order of the Veil make its next round around the camp?
like I said, every day at noon. I mean, they travel the camp, but they never stay anywhere for long. Every day at noon, they make they prepare a service outside of the boys' compound, short distance from it actually.
Well, that'd be something we could do tomorrow. But
Yeah,
perhaps
let's
we
say
should.
to this, fellas. Yeah, exactly. I was just going to support your suggestion that we rest and tackle maybe the Blue Belts in the morning and catch the Order of the Veil in the afternoon, and any other time that we have we can spend looking for a third guy.
Well, Francisco says what you mean is that we can check the Blue Belts in the morning and then at noon go to the go to Caro's compound and see everything there. I'm for that, honestly. I need the rest, says the Stallion.
Agreed then.
Your few...
The stallion.
Yeah, this is Rip Gennaro. He was Italian Stallion, but still. You can stay here, like I said before, friends, says Nils. Please feel as comfortable as is possible. I don't have much, but I will share it with you. And with that, Catvale and Francisco, well, you can feel extremely tired. I mean, it's practically, right now, it's practically evening, because you spent quite a lot of time in Wolfenburg, and then, walking into the camp and staying at your place and then walking here, so you are exhausted. And even you, Conrad, I mean, you had a lot of duties in the inner circle, so you weren't really resting there. As for Nils, he also looks extremely fatigued. You all guess that he's probably like Brother Marcus. He just walks around and helps people without caring much for himself, and it shows. And so in that case, you just probably eat something, some kind of small supper that Nils prepares. Unless you want to do, I don't know, Conrad, unless you want to just eat your rations. By the way, Conrad, you see that Francisco is sick. He's very sweaty, and he's not smelling too well.
I try to position myself away from him.
All right, sure, no problem. Yeah, cut veil. You like I said, you also saw that.
He probably just thinks that's the way humans smell.
Yeah, that's a big chance. All right. Okay. Well, in that case, you guys after this light supper go to sleep.
I want to
Yeah.
touch my hand with my sword and just kind of wipe it on my cloak.
You want to cut your hand on your sword and wipe it on your cloak.
Yes.
Okay, roll.
As I'm like falling asleep, just to.
But you want others to see that or not?
I just casually do it.
All right, so yeah, in that case, Conrad, you see that Cadwell just sliced his hand and smeared the blood on his cloak.
Okay.
Francisco went to sleep before seeing that, and Nils actually going to roll for it. Just oops. Yeah, Nils also saw that and frowned, but didn't say anything since it's probably just an elf thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, Brian, just so you know. Okay, yeah, you did that. You know that you did good. And now I'm going to roll for you all see that, by the way. I'm going to roll for Jason 2 times actually. He still has a single luck left. So going roll number 1. He failed. I am going to reroll that. Nice, he passed, and then roll number 2. Yeah, he passed both of them. Excellent. Okay. Okay. Cool. Yeah. So that's oops. So that's that. Good usage of what's the word? Luck points. Okay, just need to quickly do this. Okay, cool. Sorry for that. Next day. You are walking next day as is custom in the Crusade of the Child by thousands of desperate, hungry, filthy, disgusting, religiously obsessed people just going around, going about their day, doing what they usually do in in the crusade. So probably just scavenging for food, for any sort of a way to better their lives, squatting in between tents, or sometimes even on the main roads of the Crusades encampment, shouting their praises to Karl, praying to Sigmar Reborn, and naturally fighting with other Crusaders. More than once you saw violence occurring, and more than once you've heard violence occurring. Tensions are high in the Crusade of the Child, you are sure about that. Nils prepares a small meal. There's there's a flap in the top of the tent that he can open, and in the middle of his large white pavilion. Well, it's not little, it's just a big tent. There's a burnt hole in the middle of the rug where he can just cook food. And he cooks you a small, light, humble meal because he also doesn't have much. That said, when you guys eat the wheat porridge with with bread, and drink. You don't know where Mills got milk, fresh milk, but you are glad that he did. And you drink your milk, you really feel like you are getting better. So, says Nils, where to first?
Sounds like we need to go find this Von Dorf character and the Blue Belts.
You wanted to visit the Blue Belts first, I believe, and then wanted to go to where exactly? The
to the service.
To the service.
Well, we wanted to go to the service. So yeah, it's just a question of how long it'll take us to figure out this Blue Belt thing, and if we have time to look for Dieter Von Dorf or not before the service.
You'll be able probably. It's very early. It's like before 8 a.m. So you'll probably be able to reach Blue Belts and ask. Meanwhile, ask about Van Dorf.
Yeah.
But you are almost sure, and Nils agrees with you, that whenever Van Dorf is, you probably just have to visit him after the service.
Yep.
All right. So, by the way, you are going with Francisco. Nils gave him his dagger, just so you know. He saw that Francisco is he's unarmed because he's unable to carry his double-handed sword, which is left in Nils' stand. So he has a dagger, which he'll be able to use with his left hand. His right, you can see, is still it's still unusable. That said, it's new day, so Nils can attempt to heal him, which he will try. I'm going to roll now, and just let me quickly check. No, unfortunately, he did. He changed his bandages, but unfortunately that was that. Okay.
Did you get any XP or any hit points back from sleeping?
You were lightly wounded?
No, I'm asking about Francisco.
No, in this place, yes, you would get your hit points back after sleeping, but Francisco is still heavily wounded, which means that he restores single hit point each week.
Oof.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you should check healing rules in Call of Cthulhu, where you are out for like 5 weeks when you get heavily wounded. So Warhammer is still much more lenient when it comes to that. Of course, you can speed it up by using the heal skill, which Nils has, but Nils, even with I gave him a small advance to mark the fact that he traveled with the crusade and he learned new skills, but he still failed by about 10, I believe. Anyway, you are exiting the tent, and you are moving through the crusade, asking about the Blue Belt encampment. So, who's making the roll? The gossip roll.
I have a 67 in gossip, 57 in fellowship, and then plus 10%.
You guys, by the way, have a small bonus because of your tabards. I mean, not Francisco, and not Cadveo. Actually, so only you, Conrad, because Cadveo is an elf. But Conrad, you have a bonus to your fellowship.
Okay.
As long as you have the tabard on, just so you know.
Okay.
All
right. So I would have without that bonus, I would have a 67. So let's go for it.
69. That's 59. Oh, that's still good enough. You've passed. Very well. Very well. You've now I'm going to. So you had 0 degrees of success. You've just passed, right?
Yeah.
You've heard that. Heard of some lot of rascals who call themselves the Blue Belts. They are not far from here, sir. Near the wall of Wolfenburg. You just go need further north, eh? And you'll probably reach it. Ask along the way, says one of the Crusaders, looking respectively at your tabard.
Thank you. May Carl be with you.
Always. Car is love. Car is life, he says. And with that, you can see that the man has like a small piece of blue cloth hanging from behind his collar. With that, he grabs the cloth as he told you that, and then, moves further away from you into his own direction. You can roll once again, Sean, if you wish to.
Okay.
Nice. So you had like 1, 2. I think you have 3 or even 4 full successes. Yeah, actually 5 full successes. Because you roll on 67, right?
Yes.
Excellent. Yeah.
You got the guy's account number, his social.
Yeah, 24, 34, 54, 40. Yeah, 5 successes. So I'm going to tell you, it's time for an exposition dump.
All right.
You've actually asked a couple of people along the way. Yeah, I've heard of a Carl in the Blue Belts. Keeping the crusade pure they are. More power to them, I say. Don't get on the wrong side, young un. Otherwise you get a visit from her Slap and Frau Knuckle, if you know what I mean. They aren't shy in telling people how they should act, and I not shy about beating that fact into them. Yes, the Blue Belts. Good bunch of lads. They've got a camp on the edge of the... actually, there's... wait. Oh, yeah. Sorry, the man didn't told you head north, he told you to head east. They've got a camp on the edge of the forest out east. And finally, a bunch of madmen, if you ask me, those Blue Belts. Did you know they're all called Carl in honor of our beloved child? Good luck in your search. You need it.
Fucking hell.
No, really?
Yeah. And you've also learned about some tenets of the Blue Belts. The color beloved of the child is blue, and some token containing this color must be worn at religious ceremonies. Members must change their name to venerate the child named Carl or face confiscation of property. Uttering the name of a false god, any other than Sigmar, in any manner other than derogatory is not permitted. Blasphemers shall give up all worldly goods. You've learned about those tenets from the people that you've passed by as you were moving east. Because the Blue Belts camp is here. You see guys on the... Actually, I'm going to change... Oh yeah. Shit. Sorry.
Yeah, you got it.
No, I'm using the... Oh. You see the circle?
Ping?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the ping, yeah. It's the camp is here.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, so you've especially learned about that, that bit, that car bit is quite troubling, honestly. But what can you do? Nils just shakes his head, muttering something about religious fanatics. Eventually, you are almost there. The Blue Belts campsite is located at the eastern edge of the Crusades encampment, in the fringes of the surrounding forest. Gaudy blue tents are arranged in a circle around the central meeting area. As you enter the camp, I presume that you do, of course.
Yeah.
What about you, Cadvale?
Yeah, I'll honor the camp too.
Okay. You see that there are a few men here, males and females. They look just like peasants, all armed with clubs and equipped with brown or grey robes and a blue dyed leather belt. They're of course dirty and disheveled, like almost all of the Crusaders, although they look a bit healthier because they're obviously eating better than the others. So anyway, You see that there is no security. That said, when you do enter the camp, a few of them approach you. What are you doing here? Asks one of the men. Who are you, eh? You can see that, at least 5 of the blue belts walk towards you. They're not drawing their weapons, but from their body language, it's clear that they are not afraid of violence.
Please allow me to handle this, brother Cadfael. Gentlemen,
yeah.
we are Templars of the Child.
You see that they look at you and, you see respect in their eyes, and they immediately back away. Oh, excuse me, sir, we didn't know. I mean, we didn't notice. How can we help you on this fine day, sir?
We are here on the child's business. We need to search the tents here for some items that are sacrilegious.
The men and women look at each other, shocked. The man that was speaking to you. Wait here. I'm going to fetch my leader. Please wait here, Master Templar. And with bowing low, he turns around and runs to a rather large tent on the opposite side of the camp. After a few seconds, he emerges with a man who is better armed and looking better than the rest of them, honestly. First of all, you see that this man is clearly intelligent. Probably he's not a peasant. That's for sure. He looks like someone who's seen quite a bit and knows quite a bit. He has a sword at his hip and a small crossbow pistol. Other than that, he wears the common homespun robes common to all in his faction. He also has the blue-dyed leather belt. He looks quite friendly, honestly. He's a middle-aged, nothing too fancy. He approaches you. Welcome to the Blue Belts camp. I'm Carl II, he says. I've been told by my men that you are here on a business of searching our tents for heretical things. Frankly, gentlemen, I'm shocked that you would suspect one of us of this heinous crime, that's heresy. We are a peaceful religious group, not common murderers. Where did you get that information, eh? May I ask?
We have it on from our sources that there has been a vile poisoner, and one of our leads led us here.
I see. Poisoner. Well, that's rather unfortunate. Yes. Well, I know who told you about poisoner here. That said, as you are my guest, I'll take this no further. So sorry. He's not stuttering. I'm stuttering.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah. None of my men bought any poison lately, sorry. None of my men bought any poison. We are not using such things. We are a devoted group of true believers, and we make sure that everyone in the crusade venerates Carl above all others, as it should be. Look, I think what you need, her Templars, I'm sorry, is to join us in a meal. We are preparing our nominal breakfast, and you can see that in the center of the camp is indeed a long table with chairs all around it. We would love for you to join us. You are invited to partake in this impromptu feast. A feast to honor the Day of the Hammer, says Morgan. In the name of the child, of course.
Yes, well, once we have conducted our search of your camp, we will be happy to...
Like I've said before, there will be no search, sir. We are all servants of the child here. And we are honest and fair.
I look at Cadfael.
I want to reach into my cloak and
yeah.
I want to pull out the wineskin, just kind of like I'm fidgeting around, and I just want to swish it around to see how much is in it, like sound, and I want to.
When you've reached under your cloak, you saw that a few blue belts reached for their weapons. By the way, when Carl II told you that there will be no, checking the tents, you saw that the blue belts, it's not like they prepared for a fight, but their stance tells you that they are ready for it if it comes to that.
I'm not gonna act startled, but I'm gonna say it's just my wineskin.
All right, you just you pulled out your wineskin and then you slashed it around. Well, sir, says Carl II, let me tell you, we have some good wine here. In fact, Carl VI, he calls one of his men, bring some refreshments for our guests. Yes, Carl II, he says, and then runs away to one of the tents. You see that there are a total of 10 blue belts here. Sorry. After like a minute or two, Carl VI emerges with a small wooden tray with a few wooden cups. Here, Templars, here are refreshments for you, servants of the child. It's wine, says Carl VI, who is clearly, over his head with the with you being here. Actually, you are kind of important people. Although you've noticed, probably for the first time, that you being Crusaders of the Child, Templars of the Child, does not give you immunity. You can see that Carl II, the leader, won't relent when it comes to searching.
Did he make a face or anything when I took the wineskin out?
No.
So there was no reactions from anybody?
No.
We just ate breakfast, but thank you for your hospitality.
Please join us during our meal. It would be an honor for us if servants of Carl the First, the only Carl, would join us during a feast.
We'd be happy to sit with you and share stories.
Thank you. Quickly, prepare more seats for our esteemed guests, cries Carl II. And you see that additional chairs and, places to sit are arranged for you. Right. So, Conrad, you take part in the feast?
No, I say thank you, brothers, but we have already eaten, and you must save your food for the needy.
Oh. Well, I mean, when you are saying that like that, of course, Carl II just nods. So, Cadveo, you take part in that or not?
I'm not eating, but I said I would sit with them and.
Okay. Yeah. So actually, what I want to ask, Conrad, is that you are sitting with them or just walking away.
No. If Cadfael is offering to sit with them, I will sit, and I will use my excellent vision to see if I can perceive any shenanigans or read lips.
That's basically what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just want to keep them talking and see if anything weird comes out.
Okay, excellent. So, in that case, you sit with blue belts, and you take part in the feast. And you can see that blue belts are eating excellently. They just, they have fresh food, fresh meats, good bread. They have, beer and wine. They have fruits and vegetables. They're not eating offal or, just almost waste like most of people here. And the table is just creaking under the amount of food. It's just, for you, it's almost obscene, especially since you saw how people are eating here. Carl II is chatting with you, telling you about tenets of the blue belts, and how they are keeping Crusade clean and honest, and that Carl is Sigmar is God, Carl is the light and the way, stuff like that. He asks if he can help you in any way with the poisoner, actually, Cadvale, and Conrad. Francisco is also not eating, as is Nils. Nils is actually looking very, negatively at all of this stuff happening. He just shakes his head with this sad expression on his face, Yeah, so Cadvale, are you just, are you speaking with Carl II?
Yeah, I'm going to exchange, like pleasantries, and say that it's our mutual cooperation, like between races and factions that allow the Crusade to thrive. It's just bullshit, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. The entire atmosphere is unthreatening. Carl II is telling you how the Crusade of the Child should worship Carl, stuff like that. Okay.
I'm gonna ask if there's a Carl the First, kind of jokingly.
Carl the First is Carl, of course.
It's Carl.
The Holy Child. Oh, surely, sir, you jest, he says.
So you're all Carl then.
Yes, in the honor of the child, we've changed our names to Carl. When he heard, Nils, when he hears that, he once again just shakes his head like, yeah. Guys, both of you, roll me perception test. I'm not going to tell you with what modifier,
Okay.
but please roll, and I'm going to roll for Francisco and for Nils.
Okay, I'm rolling against a 56.
Excellent.
Of course.
Okay, Cadvale. You can spend luck, Sean, by the way, if you wish to.
Oh yeah. I'll spend a luck to reroll that. Why not? That's
Nice.
Like it.
Okay, excellent. All right. So, Conrad, you saw. Cadve, you are actually, engaged with, in the conversation with Carl II. Conrad, you saw one thing. You saw one of the men, one of Carl's, heading towards Carl II with a bowl of food that Carl II asked to bring him. You remember that he told him that, Carl III, can you please bring me the chickpeas dish? Of course, says Carl III, a few minutes before. And you see that when he approaches, he quickly empties a small vial of liquid into the bowl as he moves towards Carl II. And then he quickly hides the empty small vial into his pocket. You see that Nils and Francisco also saw that. And, Nils looks sharply at you, Conrad. Francisco is clearly still, groggy with pain and fatigue, but he also looks at you with trembling, lips, trying to speak, probably do something or something, stuff like that. What are you doing? You see that Cadveo didn't notice that. Cadveo is... Yeah.
I stand up and I say, "Excuse me, brother Carl the Third, is it?"
Yes, you see that he's dressed in the same garb as everyone else. The only difference is a round cap that sits on his head. Yeah, and you can see from his face that he is clearly a very malicious man, a brutal man. He looks like a thug, and when he looks at you with this mix of surprise, fear, and loathing. Yes, I'm sorry. I need to bring this food to my leader.
I put my hand on the hilt of my sword and I say, "You will now taste that before you give it to your leader."
Carl II looks at you, looks at Carl III. What is the meaning of this? This is my second in command, Carl III, my trusted man.
And I have just witnessed him pour something into your food.
I saw that as well, says Nils. And me too, says Francisco. Yeah. You see that Carl III panicked. He looks around himself. He looks around with this wild stare in his eyes. He drops the food and tries to run away. But fortunately, a couple of heralds who were, just standing nearby rush and grab him. He tries to fight them, but more come and, overwhelm him. Carl II, hold him! He cries, hold him, and then approaches him and begins to frisk him. He eventually finds the small vial, looks at the man, just shakes his head. You can see that the bluebelts take Carl III away into one of the tents. And Carl II looks utterly betrayed. He just, looks after him with this sad frown on his face, turns to you, Conrad, and, to Nils and Francisco and to Cadvale. Thank you, gentlemen. You have no idea how much this hurts me. I've known him for many, many years, and for him to do this? Was it about power? Probably.
We must
Can
put
I
him
smell
to the question.
the vial?
Yes, please. Oh, by the way, sorry, Cadvale, did you ask Carl II about Dieter?
Not yet.
All right.
But
he gives you the vial.
But I know he's not in on it.
Yeah, he gives you the vial. You smell it? It's choked with extract.
Oh yeah.
It's choked with extract.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell him it's the same poison that we found earlier.
Wow, it's a horrible shame. Well, if I can do anything for you, you saved my life. He probably wanted to poison me and take over. He actually insisted on us doing much more aggressive acts of faith, if you know what I mean. I wasn't too sure about that, but then again, it was all about faith in Carl, so I agreed. Anyway, thank you once again, he says to you. Thank you.
Do you know about a Dieter von
Dorf?
What's his name?
Dieter van Dorf?
Dieter van Dorf, yeah.
Actually, I think I know the man that you've mentioned. A very strange company he keeps. If this is the same fellow, he was seen with an elf a few days ago, according to my boys. I think he's one of those political types, always on his soapbox, eh? I mean, no offense about the elf thing, sir.
I don't blink. I just keep watching.
So yeah, that's. Yeah, that. Other than that, I haven't heard of this chap. Is there anything else? I have a trial to prepare.
What will you do with the betrayer?
He will be judged by Carl.
I nod.
You know what it means. You all know what it means, essentially. Especially, well, you are sure, almost 100% sure that while this is semi-religious organization. It is also practically a gang. These men and women, extort things from people, and they run this group as a gang. I mean, Karl II runs this group as a gang, and in a gang, when someone tries and fails to wrestle the control of the organization, you know what happens to him. Even if you don't have to be Sally to know that. Probably Karl III has not much life left in him. Yeah.
Well, I'm going to thank him for his help.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, and with that, he bid you farewell, and you've probably left the Blueboat's camp.
Because we caught our guy.
Well, that was kind of the question is what did he have to do with Ali, though?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
By the way, Conrad, you were told, of course, about Ali, I presume. You if not by you, Catvale, then Francisco told you. So you are.
Yeah.
So you know what's happening. Yeah.
I
don't know if that was the man, says Nils.
Yeah.
I mean, like you said, Herr Conrad. Like you said, Herr Oldenhaler. What he would have to gain, by killing Ali. It was clear that he just wanted to control this group.
Right. Well, that's just it.
Perhaps we should stick around for the trial.
Well, we understand that all of these people bought poison, so it's just a question of what they're actually using it for. And
we need to check every one of them, says Francisco.
Yeah. And didn't you say that there are some beneficial uses to this poison?
I believe that he said about it removing blemishes and about using it as a dye. The mass will start soon, I think. We should head there and see what this brother Marcus is all about, and then find this whole Dieter fellow. He looks at you, Catvale. Are there any other elves here other than you?
I haven't seen any.
Oh, that's worrying.
I mean, I haven't seen any, have I?
No, you haven't. And with that, you exit the Blueboat's camp and move towards number 3 on the map, here, where a mass will soon start. But we shall do this, we shall see how the mass will end next time.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah, we are ending for today. Thank you guys, that was a very cool game. As usual, Sean, can't wait to see your next character. If you want any tips about about your next character, just give me a call, and tell me if you want magical item for of sorts, of any sorts, or maybe some cool piece of gear, some useful piece of gear. You can also ask for that, So everyone today gets, since the session was, on the one hand there was a lot of combat, but on the other hand there was good role playing, so not to keep you guys, 80 points for everyone. Actually Jason was playing a bit shorter, so 70 points for him, I think will be fair. So 80 points for you and Brian, and 70 for Jason, and we are hearing each other again on the 21st.
That's good.
Yeah, okay.
Cool.
Yeah, cool. Write me if you need anything. Okay, guys?
Okay, will do. Thanks.
Sure.
Cool.
See you later.
Good game.
As usual.
All right.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
See you.